Testing, check one, check one. Testing, check one, check two. Check one, check two.
First, number 2,
is that good?
Kane Collins. Brian and Stephanie Collins.
This is the other guys.
Kane has played football for 4 years. He's a captain his senior year and will attend ETSU baseball scholarship and major in civil engineering. Number 3, Cooper Webb, son of Mark, Marty, and Donna Webb. Cooper has been on the football team for 4 years, captain his senior year, and will attend ETSU and major in health sciences. Number 4, Carson Basler, son of Floyd and Anessa Basler. Carson has been on the football team all 4 years, will attend Rome State, and study to be a certified X-ray technician. Number 6, Skylar Kibler, son of Jessica Kibler. Skylar has been on the football team the last 2 years, will attend Carson Newman and major in exercise science. Number 12, Carson Donathan, son of Scott and Donathan.
Well, both teams are going to have to play really good
Carson
if they want to win.
for all 4 years.
Of course, if one team plays bad and the other team plays bad, then I guess you could still play bad and win.
Woodley, son of Ryan and Holly Woodley. Grayson's been on the football team this year, will attend Tennessee Tech University and major in engineering. Number 16, Dolph Dana, son of Deborah Dana. Dolph has been on the football team for 3 years and will attend Rome State Community College. Number 21, Ryan Nelson, son of Doug Nelson. Ryan's been on the football team the last 2 years and will attend Maryville College. Number 27, Cade Roberts, son of Jim and Leslie Roberts. Cade's been on the football team for 3 years, will attend Tennessee Tech University and major in civil engineering. Number 29, Greg Wright.
He's running a little bit behind. He's running a little bit behind.
Racing on the football team the last 4 years.
We might start without him.
Rome State. Number 31, Connor Ward, son of Matthew and Sarah Ward. Connor's been on the football team for 4 years. Playing on our team at Tennessee College of Applied Technology. Number 54, Cameron Basler, son of Floyd and Anessa Basler. Cameron's been on the football team all 4 years, the captain this year, and will be enlisting in the Air Force to study cybersecurity. Number 70, Jacob Eskridge, son of Keith and Cindy Eskridge. Jacob has 4 years of football and will attend Tennessee College of Applied Technology. Number 75, Seth Strahan, son of Gail Strahan. Seth has 4 years of football, is a captain on this year's team, and will attend Tennessee Tech University to major in civil engineering. Our senior cheerleaders, Olivia Babb, daughter of Tracy Steele and Jason Babb. This is Olivia's 4th year on the RCHS cheer team. She's also a member of student council. After graduation, Olivia plans to attend Rome State Community College and major in elementary education. Emily Barger, daughter of Chris and Elaine Barger. This is Emily's 4th year on the RCHS cheer team. After graduation, Emily plans to enroll in the nursing program at Tennessee College of Applied Technology. And finally, this year's manager for the football team, Reagan Guillemette, daughter of Mike Guillemette. Reagan has been a manager all 4 years and has been Gary Alley's and Erica Gibbons' right-hand girl. She will attend Rome State, plans on transferring to Tennessee Tech University, to major in business administration.
Ladies
ladies and gentlemen, one more hand for your class of 2022 Kingston Yellowjacket cheerleaders and football players.
Y'all ready for this?
We are the Kingston cheerleaders here at ORUD getting ready for the big game. Jackets, jackets, the best.
RCHS, jackets, jackets, the best. RCHS, jackets, jackets, the best. RCHS, jackets, jackets, the best.
Host your friends in style and be the envy of your neighborhood when entertaining this football season with natural gas appliances purchased from ORUD at 0% interest.
We can help you clean up after the game with a reliable natural gas water heater and the energy savings of a gas dryer.
Want to cozy up next to the natural gas fireplace after a chilly night at the field? Let ORUD help you with the play-by-play to truly make your house feel like home.
You can make the game-winning play by switching to natural gas this football season. ORUD is your affordable energy choice.
Welcome into the finale of the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey.
And here we are. It's week 11. And through the prophetic scheduling of Brad Jones, our season finale is a regular season region championship as Kingston hosts Loudon. There's another reason why this game is special as well, and we'll tell you about that in just a moment. Oddly enough, these two teams are coming off of losses. That may not seem strange at first, or too strange at least, but seeing as to how both of these teams had a combined one loss all season long before Week 10, it stands out. The Redskins lost to a pretty good 5A McMinn County team, while Kingston's loss was a little more puzzling, falling to Stone Memorial in a back-and-forth affair. As a broadcaster, what I love about this scenario is that a loss generally serves to refocus a team, and they come out next week playing much better. We'll see if that's the case tonight as we prepare for our national anthem. our national anthem tonight. A little bit earlier than normal, so it throws us off just a little bit. But they've got the band members in costumes for Halloween out there. They had senior night already. I'm looking across the field. You see on your screen there some Wonder Woman, Banana, Garfield's out there, and SpongeBob. Like, this is an interesting night. It is 2 nights before Halloween. Most people will celebrate Halloween on tomorrow. So, you know what? Some crazy things might happen, and we will see if crazy things happen indeed. So I mentioned how both of these teams were coming off of a loss. Sometimes that goes to refocus a team, and if they come out playing much better, then it could be because of the loss. So are these teams going to do that? If so, one of them is going to lose anyway before entering into the playoffs with a home game, so watch out Region 4. You know, on paper, this game should be everything you hope for as a spectator, and that's without mentioning the long history these programs share that dates back to 1927. My friend knows a lot about that, and he'll tell you about that in just a moment, so you can have even more reasons to watch this game tonight. It's Kingston. It's Loudon. It's the 76th edition right here on your OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7. Someone will be there to answer you and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website full of helpful information, reckontoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, and that friend I was telling you about is a surprise guest this week. Just kidding. It's Coach James Hoot Gibson, who's making his 22nd straight appearance on the OEB Law Game of the Week. I know all season long you've looked forward to this game. Why don't you tell the viewers why and what it means to you?
Well, listen, this game is pretty special to my family because of so many close ties and relationships with the Loudon High School and Kingston High School family. My grandfather was a former administrator and coach. Oh, that's all. Look at the picture. My goodness, that caught me by surprise. He was a former administrator and coach at Loudon High School and won 2 state championships at Loudon. And then he came later on to Kingston High School and led them to a state appearance. And, getting kind of emotional seeing that there. A traveling trophy goes between the 2 schools here, between Loudon and Kingston. And it's a very traditional high school football game, and I think we're going to have a good one here.
Yeah, and growing up in Morgan County like I did, and I know that you spent most of your time in Morgan County as well, I'm kind of shocked to research the history of this and realize how little that I knew of this storied matchup. And you've been saying all season long how classic tonight is going to be. Unload on the viewers here. Tell us a story or something that makes you appreciate this rivalry.
Well, this rivalry game, you know, it hasn't been played in 5 years due to scheduling. So this game here is huge. It's the first one in a while. These teams are traditional powerhouses. Normally, whoever won this game back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s normally went on to play for a state championship. In those days, dominating forces of high school football were Maryville, Kingston, Loudon, and Oak Ridge. Okay, those were the big 4 programs in all of East Tennessee. If you were a coach at that time, that's where you wanted to be. That's where you wanted to coach because they had better programs, they had better talent, and they had stronger overall programs and support. That's why those programs were so successful and still successful today.
Yeah, and back then, too, it's worth mentioning that there weren't as many classifications, so a lot of these schools, I mean, you look at it now, and Kingston playing at Maryville's just, it's outrageous to think about, but that's the way it was back then.
Yeah.
Or Loudon playing at Maryville.
Yeah, back in those days, Loudon, Kingston, Maryville, they all had to play each other, and whoever won was usually the state champion. So it was dominating high school football back in the day with 3 classifications.
All right, so channel Papaw Jim just for a second. If he were here in this booth with us tonight, what do you think he'd want to tell the viewers?
To get ready for a knockdown, drag out, old-fashioned slobber knocker type of a football game. Watch for big hits, great effort, and good coaching.
Is there anything else you feel you need to add?
I just think we got a good football game here tonight, guys. The Jim Hoot Gibson Memorial Game. And if anybody would like to make a donation to Carson Newman University in the name of James H. Gibson, the Hall of Fame Scholarship, Carson Newman, please call 865-471-4369.
Well, I tell you what, I knew Whenever I asked you to be my broadcasting partner, I knew that just a couple of years later, we were going to have a Week 11 matchup between Loudon and Kingston right here for this. So that was on purpose. I could see into the future, and that's why we are here. None of that is true.
Nope.
All right, so there you have it. If you're not excited about this one yet, then go watch Frasier or something, because this clearly isn't for you. We've got a spectacular finish to our season tonight on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
With one small step, you have the potential to make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roane State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roane State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roane State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanestate.edu.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Game of the Week. Thanks to the high-definition cameras bringing you this game, you can see on your screen there that it is a little moist out there. The rain is coming down a little bit. We'll talk about that and see maybe how that might play into tonight's game a little bit later. But first, we got some other stuff that we got to talk about. You know, we put a lot of attention into this matchup, and rightfully so, but there are plenty of very important football games happening around the area. Single A in this area, particularly Region 2, is almost completely up for grabs. Coalfield's locked down the #1 seed, but everything else depends on everything else. Here's the situation. Sunbright and Harriman have been eliminated from the playoffs. That leaves 3 playoff spots for 4 teams. Those 4 teams all have similar records and have beaten each other, so we'll look at the tiebreakers as those 4 teams also play each other tonight. I can't imagine the writer of Friday Night Lights coming up with something more intriguing than this. Oakdale plays Greenback, Midway plays Oliver Springs. Oakdale, Greenback, and Midway all have 3 region wins, while Oliver Springs has 2. So here are the scenarios. If Greenback beats Oakdale, Midway beats Oliver Springs, then it's Coalfield 1, Midway 2, Greenback 3, Oakdale 4. If Greenback beats Oakdale and Oliver Springs beats Midway, then it's Coalfield 1, Greenback 2, Oakdale 3, Oliver Springs 4. If Oakdale beats Greenback and Midway beats Oliver Springs, then it's Coalfield 1, Oakdale 2, Midway 3, and Greenback 4. And then one other possible scenario, if Oakdale beats Greenback and Oliver Springs beats Midway, then it's Coalfield 1, Oakdale 2, Midway 3, and Greenback 4. What's really, really strange about that, I said if Oakdale beats Greenback and Oliver Springs beats Midway, that will exclude Oliver Springs from the playoffs because of the tiebreakers. So Oliver Springs has to hope that Greenback beats Oakdale, and then they have to take care of business tonight against Midway, because if they beat Midway and Oakdale beats Greenback, they're still out. It doesn't matter. So
you know what I want to know?
What's that?
When was the last time Oakdale beat Greenback? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. And I wish you hadn't said it on the air so that, I sound stupid not knowing it now.
Somebody shoot us a text. Let us know.
So Oakdale's in regardless. Greenback is in regardless. Midway has to win or hope Oakdale beats Greenback, and Oliver Springs needs to win and hope Greenback beats Oakdale. Do you have it yet? Do you understand what's going on?
I think my brain shut off.
Yeah, this has been a fun region to watch all year, hasn't it?
It has, man. And what just a great season out of that. The Oakdale Eagles surprising everybody, upsetting Midway and Harriman. I mean, I'd have never expected that at the beginning of the 2021 season.
Just speaks to the job that Coach J.R. Boyles has done over there in Oakdale. So Region 2 Class 2A is also in the air tonight. The 4 teams who will be in the playoffs have already been determined, but none of the seeding has been. We explained last week that things got really shaken up in Week 9 and 9.5 as Oneida stunned Monterey, which most people probably thought was cruising to a number 1 seed. This led Rockwood, who most people thought was cruising to a number 2 seed, to hastily schedule a Monday night football game against Oakdale to pad their total wins for an inevitable tiebreaker. So here's the situation. Oneida plays their Class 1A rival, Coalfield. That's normally a very tough game, and it's a heated rivalry. If Oneida wins that one, they're almost guaranteed a number 1 seed. Here's the rest of it, though. Rockwood plays region opponent York, and Monterey plays region opponent Wartburg. There are literally 8 different scenarios on how that seeding can go. I'm not going to run through all 8. Instead, let's tell you the most likely of these, okay? If Oneida beats Coalfield, Monterey beats Wartburg, and Rockwood beats York, which probably most people would expect to happen tonight, then Oneida will be the number 1 seed, Monterey will be the number 2 seed, Rockwood will be 3, and York will be 4. However, if Coalfield beats Oneida, which I think could also very well happen tonight, and then Monterey beats Wartburg and Rockwood beats York, then it will be Rockwood 1, Monterey 2, Oneida 3, and York 4. So a lot on the line for Oneida tonight. If they lose that game, they're traveling in the first round of the playoffs.
That could easily happen, as you don't know. That's an old school rivalry between Oneida and Coalfield, so you don't know what's going to happen down there. And Oneida started off rough this season, so let's see what they can really push on late in the 2021 season.
And I tell you what, how fun is it that the Oneida-Coalfield rivalry can mean so much, even though they're not even in the same classification?
Oh, I know, right? It's, Oneida's always flirted really close with those enrollment numbers of joining 2A, and it finally happened, and it's still awesome to see that they continue that unnecessary rivalry, but it's necessary because it's in our blood. That's a great game. Look at that.
Look at the rain coming down now.
Now tell me these guys don't love high school football.
I love that.
It's probably
rain doesn't bother them.
50 degrees, pouring rain. There's going to be a lot of parents with hospital bills coming up.
Well,
Speaking of,
we've got a lot of playoff
medical
scenarios
clinic
for you to go over still yet when we get back. And we'll also preview our game tonight as well. And you are tuned in to the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
This holiday season, give the gift of health to all kinds of families in your community. Many of our neighbors can't afford medical care. In fact, over 14,000 of those living in Anderson, Roane, and Morgan County live in fear of becoming sick or injured because they don't have health insurance and can't afford to go to the doctor. But you can change that. On Tuesday, November the 30th, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday, give at fmcor.org to help provide unmet medical care needs in your community. Together, we hope to raise $10,000 in 24 hours. November the 30th. Give Tuesday, a day to remember those in need during the holidays. Give at fmcor.org.
We do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. Get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Welcome back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. The rain has picked up. Kingston is entering the station. It's the stadium, and the crowd is loud. The PA is loud. The environment is cranking up. This is going to be an exciting matchup.
Guys, we've got
tonight.
rain.
So
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say that, we told you that Region 2 and Single A and Double A need tonight's games to get decided, and that situation isn't different in Class 4A either. Anderson County is locked down the top spot, but the rest is up for grabs as Fulton plays Carter and South Doyle faces Gibbs. It's another situation where there are 4 teams, but only 3 spots left, and here's what you're looking at there. If Fulton beats Carter and South Doyle beats Gibbs, then it's going to be AC 1, Fulton 2, Carter 3, and South Doyle 4. If Fulton beats Carter and Gibbs beats South Doyle, then it's AC 1, Fulton 2, Carter 3, and Gibbs 4, and South Doyle is out. And we're getting a scoring update as this is as we're talking about this. South Doyle's up 14-0. They ain't messing around with missing the playoffs. So if Carter beats Fulton and South Doyle beats Gibbs, then it's AC 1, Carter 2, South Doyle 3, and Fulton 4. If Carter beats Fulton and Gibbs beats South Doyle, then it's AC 1, Carter 2, Fulton 3, Gibbs 4. So that means that Fulton is for sure in, Carter is for sure in, and the winner of the South Doyle-Gibbs game is in after taking ties into account.
That's a lot there, but listen, here's what you need to know about Region 2 Class 4A. You go right over there to look at that overall, and you go down. Anderson County 4-5. Who would have said that at the beginning of the season? South Doyle 6-3. Who would have said that? Knox Carter with 4 losses. There's a lot of surprises out of that region, and the main reason why is it's so much talent in that region that they beat each other to death.
Yeah. You look last week, Carter defeated South Doyle, and I don't know that anybody really expected that to happen, but it did. And to your note about Anderson County, they're 4-5 in the region. I'm sorry, they're 4-0 in the region. They're 4-5 overall. Their 4 wins have come against the region opponents. So when they had to win, the games that mattered, they won.
Yeah, with the backup quarterback. So, I mean, come on.
Yeah. So staying in Region 2, the situation's much simpler in 5A. But it's a lot of fun as both Central and West are undefeated in the region, but only one of those teams will be able to say that when the night's over. The winner takes first, the loser takes second. Either way, both teams are getting a home game. Sevier County plays Cott County, and Halls plays Heritage. All but Heritage are crossing their fingers tonight, and here's how that could end. If Cott County beats Sevier County and Heritage beats Halls, then Cott County is third and Sevier County is fourth. All other scenarios is Sevier County third, and Halls fourth.
I like that top four right there. As Knox Halls is sitting at 4 and 5, they're a little bit better than that 4 and 5 record. So I think this region is going to do really well in the playoffs.
Oh, that region is loaded.
Yes, it is.
And then with Cott County's having a better year than they normally have, and I know that like they're 1-8 overall, but that 1-3 in the region, they can compete in that region.
They've got enough talent that they can beat anybody on that schedule at any given time. That's a very loaded region.
Another game just to mention real quick, Marion County versus Meigs County. Both teams are undefeated, and the winner tonight will get the region, or the 2A Region 3 regular season crown. So that's just another quick thing to mention. That's going to be a fun game between Meigs County and Marion County. Everybody's been looking forward to that one. For anything else you want to know, I suggest you tune in after our game tonight to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard Show. There will be a lot better idea of who's in and who plays where after the game tonight. So there you go. Tune in immediately after our game. We'll try to get on at 10 or as quickly as we can. Queener and Cox going to be really busy tonight. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we get back, we will finally dig into our game specifically tonight as Loudon takes on Kingston for the region championship tonight. And we also want to say a happy 48th birthday to Marty Maston, who tragically passed away back in 2018. This was Marty's favorite time of the year, and he loved digging into all of this and looking at the possible playoff scenarios. This was his thing, so we're thinking about him this time of year. And honestly, Marty has had a huge presence in local sports and did a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
he officiated and
he did everything.
Yeah,
you know, I usually got 1 to 2 text messages from this guy a year telling me about a special player that he's seen on the football field.
Yeah,
just an awesome guy with my interactions with Marty Madsen.
Happy birthday, Marty. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
Pre-planning it makes the process just so much easier for the family. It relieves them of having to make some difficult decisions at a bad time. I've made arrangements with hundreds of families that I have never had a family come in and say, gee, I wish Mom hadn't have done this. Pre-planning, I think, is one of the best things you can do for your family, just to alleviate those concerns.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Game of the Week. It's about time to kick this thing off as the captains have come onto the field. It's Loudon, it's Kingston. We didn't know it at the time, but we waited 11 weeks for this game. Kingston 7-2 for the first time since 2017, but the Yellowjackets have a chance to get to 8 wins, which they haven't done since 2015, and secure a regular season region championship, which hasn't been done since 2000. For Loudon, it's business as usual, as for the last 3 seasons, the Redskins have only lost 2 regular season games. We talked extensively about the history of these 2 teams, but this is the first time they've met on the gridiron since 2016. What a way to start this rivalry back, huh?
Oh, you ain't kidding. After a 5-year absence, I think we're going to have some fireworks tonight, as you see some really good football players out there as captains here tonight doing the coin toss.
Now, we know that Kingston loves to run the football. They're very good at that, that. It's they average a little bit more than 250 yards on the ground per game this season, thanks to guys like Carson Donathan and Rylan Gettner. On the flip side of that, Loudon doesn't like running the football as much, as most of their yards will come from the air and the coach's son, quarterback Keaton Herrig. The rest of the offense mostly relies on his arm. Does this contrast in styles add to the intrigue of the game?
Oh, you already know, because Coach Harg likes to toss the football. He is no secret about it, but there is a secret to him. He does love in the football, a lot like Josh Heupel. But look for Loudon to throw the football all over the field tonight, and look for the Kingston Yellowjackets to run that football like it's 1981.
Fireworks going off. There will be plenty of fireworks, like metaphorical fireworks in this game. Right now, we got the real stuff blazing in the air.
In the rain.
You see that on your screen. Kingston putting on a show. So Kingston has home field advantage, which is helpful, but one could argue that Loudon has the advantage of playing in more games like this recently. Do you think that matters?
It absolutely does. Competition always matters, but listen, both teams coming off of a week of a loss last week, they are ticked off. And we're going to get the absolute best out of both of these teams tonight, because I have a feeling they were kind of overlooking who they played last week in preparation for this ball game, and it snuck up and bit them.
All right, what are your keys in this one?
For Loudon, they have got to have good pass protection. Slow down that Yellow Jacket defensive line. They got to have great run defense and limited mental mistakes. They do that, and it's going to be a challenge for the Kingston Yellow Jackets.
All right, and for Kingston?
Kingston has got to have success running the football. I'm talking 250-plus rushing yards tonight. Number two, they have got to have limited turnovers. They can't have fumbles because of this rain and giving Loudon extra possessions to score that rocking end zone. Number three, they got to play great defensive back play, because these Loudon wide receivers are talented and they are fast and will challenge this Kingston defensive back better than they have all year long.
Kingston won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half, so it will be Kingston kicking off to the Loudon Redskins. And your sponsor for kickoffs tonight is Davis Funeral Homes. Davis Funeral Homes with two locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg, 865-882-2000 or 423-346-2011. Their support and your time of need does not end after the funeral services. So it's almost like the fireworks are still going off.
Hey,
it's almost like Kingston wanted to shoot fireworks all year long, but like they didn't. Somebody forgot them at home.
They know how to prepare for big football games in Roane County, okay? This is the Jim Hoot Gibson Memorial Game. It's all hands on deck. We're trying to get this trophy.
I've said this before. I will watch the NFL. I enjoy the NFL. Seeing all they're still going on. I enjoy.
Let's get it.
The NFL, but the pageantry of school ball, whether it is high school, whether it is like even middle schools now are trying to do more in that regard. Whether it's college football, the pageantry is something else, and all of these schools are trying to get more of this going. And
of course. I mean, why not? Kids love this. These kids that's walking this sidelines, that's 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, these kids are looking at this and they're drooling at the mouth saying, I want to play high school football here at the Kingston Yellowjackets or for the Loudon Redskins. That's what it's all about.
I believe we're finally through our firework display. It took long enough, but we're here. I'm not going to complain. It was a good show. Gets everybody fired up. Cade Roberts set to kick off for Kingston, and that kick is in the air. And it is going to hit the ground and bounce right into the receiver's arms, and he's going to be taken down almost immediately. For Loudon, it looked like Will Irvin.
Great defense on the kickoff coverage there.
So here we go. Hammers 1st and 10.
Hey, what's up? Great night.
Tim Elrod.
What's happening?
Missed you last week.
I know. I was in New York. I'm glad I'm back here.
Well, glad we're back here with you so you can see the fireworks display.
That was the most awesome thing in the world. And I'm going to have to call GT up at Anderson County and say we've got to up our game I went over and complained to the official and told him to make him play with the fireworks.
Oh, man, that would have been something.
Told me to get away from him, and so here I am with you.
Loudon opens up its game with an incomplete pass, and that will bring up 2nd and 10.
To the official and told him to make him play with the fireworks.
This rivalry in pregame. This is the 76th meeting. It is a heated rivalry over the years. This is the first time they played in 5 years, and they get back into it playing for a region championship. That's pretty special.
Yeah, that's the way to start, rekindle an old flame, so to speak. They both look evenly matched. I've had an opportunity to see both these teams earlier in the season, and they're just very consistent teams. It's like he broke the pocket there, but he got positive yards. But they're both very consistent teams, and I think it's going to be a great game. A little misty out, but I think that makes for great football weather. It's good to be wearing a jacket.
A good 8-yard pickup there by Coach's son, quarterback. He's going to throw it all over the yard, or that's what he wants to do. I wonder, though, how the rain might affect that.
I think maybe 5 years ago, or what would be old school, that might be a factor. But these kids, they have drills and they train, and they're prepared nowadays to catch the ball. Looked like that was a busted player, maybe as a quarterback run. I couldn't tell.
Quarterback keeper there for Keaton Herrig, and he doesn't get anything. So Kingston, on its first defensive possession, is going to force a punt. So,
with punting in high school football, like I've said before, one thing I see at all these games is it's always an adventure in kicking. Especially with these weather conditions, like you mentioned, you don't know what you're going to get.
Here's the punt. It is a missile, downward pointed spiral that lands and dies at the 35-yard line, and that's where Kingston will have a Hammers 1st and 10 in their first offensive possession. So,
see if Kingston can seize on the momentum from the 5-star fireworks show.
Yeah. The one thing about the rain that we know, it can be an equalizer because the field gets a little bit muddy. It can be an equalizer if a team might like to run the football like Kingston does, and so we'll see if that plays into tonight's storyline.
I was out there before the game with the AD of Kingston, or Roane County Schools, and that field is in pretty good condition. It seemed very playable, well drained, looked like it had some drainage left in it, so I think the footing should be fine, maybe until later on in the game. I think Rainforest guys started out.
Well, Loudon's going to take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. While you wait, visit pattersonsappliances.com to shop online for quality home appliances today.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
Out of the timeout by Loudon, Kingston will have a Hammers 1st and 10. Aaron Harvey, Tim Elrod of OEB Law with you. And Kingston, of course, comes out with quarterback Collins. They are going to start out 5 wide. And it's Docker on the end around. I'm sorry, that's Gettner. And Gettner has a first down, a Hammers 1st and 10 on Kingston's first offensive play.
Wow, that was a great play. That downfield wide receiver blocker for Kingston had an opportunity for a block in the back, but thought better of it, and as a result, they got positive yards there. So he thought about it, 13 thought about it, but he left him alone and got positive yards.
And a little love tap there, too, as Gettner went out of bounds from Danny Parnell on that Loudon bench. So Collins sends a man in motion. It's Gettner. Gettner gets it going from right to left, and Gettner's brought down. A flag comes out.
That's in the holding zone, no doubt. You know, I noticed number 4 was out there earlier. He's got a huge, there he is, he's out there. 4's got a huge cast on his arm, but he's playing through that. It looked like maybe 51 pulling off, maybe chip, yeah, 6 maybe pushed him. I don't know, there was a lot of touching going on there.
So Kingston started this possession at the 35-yard line, got a first down, and now they have it at the 34-yard line. They've got to make the opposing 43-yard line, and there's that cast that you were talking about. That's on Carson Basler.
That's huge. It's
a senior for this Kingston team.
Well, if he's a senior on senior night, he's going to play.
All right, so with the handoff, this is Carson Donathan, and Donathan is gobbled up and dropped in the backfield.
Loudon, it seems like, has really controlled the line of scrimmage, not allowed them really to work in the middle. I think their positive yards came on the edges. They're just really strong up the middle on that run or screen. But, you know, when teams start cheating up like that, that's when those big plays sometimes happen. So let's see what they got on this.
I think we're going to have a 2nd and 24 here. So after that first play that went for big yardage, Kingston's gone backwards since then.
But it is a great night out, full house.
Collins gets the pass away. It's complete. And that's to Skylar Kibler.
You know, I think that was the matchup Kingston was looking for. But number 9 for Loudon really came through and made a good open field tackle.
If you look at this Chuck Fleischman replay, you'll see Kibler come out of his break here, and he kind of tiptoes and does it slowly. I'm thinking that's because he can't get a lot of traction on that field. It really could be a story we're seeing tonight.
Or maybe he's just feeling his way through it, trying to gain confidence in it. But like you said, you know, they're certainly testing out what they're doing. Both teams seem very consistent, though. It just seems like Kingston has shot itself in the foot a couple of times.
It's 3rd and very long for Kingston. They've got to make the Loudon 43-yard line. Collins drops back to pass. Under a lot of pressure, he's going to have to take off and run. Goes up the sideways. Spin move makes a man miss. Another man miss. And then dives forward. He's not going to have enough for the first down. He's going to pick up about 7, but those are 7 hard-earned yards by Kane Collins. And I think at the end he made a statement.
He was playing Madden. He took the hit. What a great play by him. Circle.
Yeah.
Hit that circle button.
Yeah, you got to hit that circle.
Circle. Wait a minute. Circle button. And then left trigger, right trigger, power. What a great play.
It was. Delivered the hit stick there at the end. Here's Kingston's punt. And that thing is going to be an end-over-ender, rolls dead at about the 27-yard line. And that is where Loudon is going to take over. And we've got a good one coming your way the rest of this. As you see, this is going to be a defensive matchup with hard hits, just like we heard earlier. And I'm going to let you get out here and enjoy this one.
That's right. Well, I've enjoyed about as much as I can. I'm going to take these headsets off. I'm going to go get in my car. I'm going to go straight to Anderson County and gain some confidence before Greenville or Elizabethton comes down.
That sounds good. Hey, Tim Elrod, OEB Law, thank you so much for everything that you do.
Hey, no problem. Enjoyed it all year long. Can't wait for next year. We're going to do it bigger and better, so thanks.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Tim Elrod, OEB Law. You can find out more about what OEB Law offers by going to reckontoacheck.com and see what all they can do. Look them up, Google them, and you hear that reckontoacheck.com, and then I know, like, when they first started using that, I knew some people that were like, that's ridiculous, reckontoacheck.com, and then, like, Elrod's talked about how, you know, his profession gets the reputation of being ambulance chasers and things like that. But I'm telling you, man, you get into an accident and it's not your fault, people are going to try to make it so that you don't get compensated for that.
You've got to have help if you're taking on an insurance company. It's always, and you know how it is. I mean, sometimes the insurance companies aren't always fair like they're supposed to be because they don't want to shell out that kind of money. So, hey, give OEB a call if you have that issue. I guarantee you, listen, Coach Hoot will guarantee that these people will take great care of you. They, in the 22 games that I've been here, that's $22,000 that OEB Law has donated to the local schools in this area. $22,000, Aaron.
That's special.
That basically pays a teacher salary for a half of a year.
Well, not only that, but OEB also sponsors the Rivalry Thursday games.
Yeah.
So, and they give $1,000 there as well. Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, it's incredible. So Loudon facing a 3rd and 10. Hard just going to let it go, and that pass is complete up to about the 40. Trying to see where they're spotting it here. Actually, they're going to give him about the 37. They're going to say he got just enough for that Hammers 1st and 10, so Loudon gets the chains moving.
What you want to see out of a running back. Coach Chig Ratledge, the Hall of Fame head football coach out of Loudon, would definitely approve of this effort by the running back here. Boom.
Put that head down and go forward. Now, when we were talking to Elrod, Kane Collins did the same thing for Kingston. That's something that gets me fired up.
I told you, this is a big game.
All right, so fresh set of downs. Herrig looks upfield, pass complete to about the 45, and then immediately tackled by Mason Martin on the play for Kingston.
Kingston has done a great job of keeping the Loudon wide receivers in front of them.
They're giving 4 yards, which will bring up about a 2nd and 6. Keaton Herrig. And that pass is complete. And getting extra yardage for Loudon is Jackson Collins. And Collins is finally brought down, but not before getting into Kingston territory.
Did enough movement there, a little shake and bake to make the Yellow Jacket defender miss the tackle, the arm tackle. Picked up a lot of yards after the catch there. Great job by the Loudon Redskins here.
Yeah, see that on that Chuck Fleischman replay. I thought he was going for an out route there. Instead, he went to his inside receiver, and Collins did the rest. So Hammers 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of Kingston. Herrig 5 wide now.
Getting a call from the sideline. They saw what they wanted to see out of the defense, and they're making a change to the call, relaying that to the quarterback, and he's...
All right, so here's a snap, pass, and it is dropped. Trying to find Caden Dawkins, and that just went straight through his hands.
Drop out of Caden Dawkins. That is a very good little scat back for the Loudon Redskins, who's had a lot of production for that team this year. Rare drop.
So 2nd and 10 now for Loudon, as you see on this Chuck Fleischman replay. That pass just hit him and looked like it hit him in his upper arm there. What's that called? Your humerus? He's not thinking that was very humorous. Empty backfield again. Herrig takes a shotgun snap. He's looking, now rolls to his right, still keeps his eyes upfield under a lot of pressure, and he is pancaked.
Say hello to Mason Hatfield. That's not one you want hitting your quarterback if you're the Loudon Redskins. Ask the McCoys.
Loudon quickly up to the line of scrimmage here. If they don't take a play, maybe we can see. At the end of this play, he was hit from behind and hit up front. Yeah, here it comes. Watch this.
Mason Hatfield back there had quarterback spy the whole time, and he did his job.
All right, single back in the backfield now. It's just an extra blocker as here's Herrig, finds his man. That pass is complete as it goes to Eli Kelso. And Kelso picks up a good 7 yards. That'll bring up 4th and short, and I guarantee you Loudon's going for it here.
I guarantee you this. Coach Harg over there on the sidelines is pulling his hair out because you want that wide receiver to come back to where the sticks are. So he's short of that. So when you coach a wide receiver, you want him to go past the sticks to come back to it so he gets that first down there.
4th and 4 play is upcoming. You know, Loudon does not huddle. They go to the line and then look.
Watch for pulling guards
play.
here.
Let's
some
see.
kind of roll out. Nope.
Herrick, big 7-step drop. Now he's going to run himself. Has the first down and more to the 20, to the 15, to the 10 before he's finally brought down. And Loudon's going to have a 1st and goal.
That was all Keaton Herrick. He did it all. Eyes downfield, pocket collapse. He stepped up in the pocket, which is what you teach your quarterbacks. Offensive line had just enough of a crease. He picked up a lot out of nothing. You just can't coach that. They had a spy. Quarterback juked him out.
Hammers 1st and goal.
Gonzalez from Meigs in the backfield, flanking Herrick.
Again, that single back in the backfield just in really as an extra blocker. Hardly going to get any runs tonight. And that's Josh Gonzalez. Here is Herrick. Lets it go, and that pass is batted up in the air and almost intercepted.
That was almost
I think I saw a flag go up in the
3
air. But
players.
maybe I didn't.
It looked like that was deflected by Kingston, tipped by Loudon, and then re-deflected by Kingston. Okay.
Collins and Dawkins twins left. Turner joins Kelso on the right side.
All right, so 2nd and goal.
And the Loudon Redskins is very big up front, and they have one large running back there that can pick up some tough yardage.
Herrick, 3-step drop.
He's got a man.
Lets it go, and that pass is almost intercepted, almost caught, and falls incomplete.
I'm telling you, we're going to have a ball game. They are making some crazy plays and missing a lot of plays. We've had, you can tell the nerves and the jitters is out there. I think they knew they was playing on TV tonight and fired up for this game, and all the fireworks and all the fans standing everywhere. Pre-game jitters, that's a true thing here.
It's not just us here. There are like 2 radio stations in this press box, too.
Oh, it is crowded. And standing room about everywhere on the sidelines. In the rain.
5 wide now for Herrick.
Now, somebody's going to have the quarterback here on that defense. Whose responsibility is that? It should be the inside linebacker and that last man on the line of scrimmage there at defensive end.
Here's a snap, but whistles are going to stop this play. What's going on here? There is a flag on the sideline. Dead ball. False start on Loudon, so they will be backed up 5 yards. And you'll have a 3rd and goal from about the 15.
5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 14-yard line. It's 3rd. Sort of gives them some more room to work with.
2:20 left to go in this first quarter. We are scoreless. This is Loudon's 2nd possession.
Not much pressure so far by the Kingston Yellowjackets. They haven't sent a lot of blitzes and stuff. They're kind of keeping those linebackers back to prevent the deep ball.
Here's Herrick going to take off with it, and he is stopped and hit from behind.
Mason Hatfield
He was held up, but then coming in to deliver the boom from the back is Mason Hatfield.
I'm telling you, he's hunting McCoys tonight. He's been everywhere.
You see on your Chuck Fleischman replay here, Herrick
does a good job driving his feet, and here come Hatfield there late. And that's just not what you want if you're the head football coach of the Loudon Redskins. That's going to have an impact on your quarterback play later on in this ball game, in a close ball game.
Loudon is going to look to get some points on the board here with a field goal try, and it's going to be Eric Espinoza. And the snap is up, and we've got a stoppage in play. That field goal was no good, but there was a flag.
Offsides
Dead ball, offsides on Kingston.
Now
so
what
that's
do you
going to
do
move the
here?
ball from the 9 to the 4. No, it'll be half the distance to the goal. So we'll see where they mark it. But
what do you do if you're Coach Herrick? Do you trust your offense? I say how this ball game's going to go is the coaching decision right here this early in this ball game. If Coach Herrick decides, hey, I've got the confidence in my offense to get this in and get this 7, he's going to do it right here. If he kicks, he's going to say I'm playing for points. He's not confident. So let's see what Loudon chooses to do.
Well, from the 9.
I think I would go for it here on 4th and goal and play field position. We'll see. They're not, though. Espinoza back in to attempt this.
Now he's not being rushed as quick as he was the last time, so he might.
Snap, set, kick on the way, and this one is also wide right. So Kingston will take over for their second possession of this game, and Loudon with 2 missed field goal attempts.
Statement of the game so far is a offensive team electing to kick on Kingston's goal line.
That's a big deal. 1:24 left to go in this first quarter. Kane Collins comes back in to lead this Kingston offense.
Confident. Look at that Yellowjacket team right now. They are confident. Held the Redskins out of their own end zone in here. Missed kick. Pretty good defense. 0-0. They should be fired up here.
So Collins comes out, has 2 wide receivers to his left. Kind of a bunch formation with an H-back to his right. Now he's going to send Donathan out wide to the right. And Collins on a design quarterback draw gets outside, picks up a couple yards before he's run out of bounds, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Yellowjackets.
Caden Dawkins did a really good job for the Loudon Redskins, flying to the football and making a really good secure tackle.
You see on the Chuck Fleischman replay here.
Juke, the Kingston wide receiver, came and made a tackle.
I think that field is a little slippery.
Oh, I guarantee you, is it still raining? Not as hard as it was earlier.
For the Redskins. 2nd down and 8.
So clock continues to run. We are about 45 seconds left to go in this first quarter. In the backfield is Bassler and Gettner, I think, and we've got somebody jumped. Loudon is pointing at Kingston, but I think I would too.
I think Loudon a little early there, and that's emotions. That's the excitement of this ball game, and there's no excuse for a defensive lineman to jump off sides. That football is right in front of your face, and as a coach, what do you teach your defensive line? You better be coaching them to have an eye on the football and not an eye on the man. Just can't have it.
That is true, but if you can anticipate the snap count, you can do like that kid did in that video I showed you.
That was crazy.
Intercepted a pitch. Here is Collins. Collins drops back to pass, tries to find Gettner just a little bit out of his reach, and the clock stops with 10 seconds left, and Kingston will have a 3rd down upcoming.
We're going to have to talk to OEB Law about getting me a pen or 2 up here to show you some drawings. I'd like to show you on this defense right here. Why is Kingston having trouble throwing the football? Because Loudon has 8 guys in the box. They are packed in there and keeping Kingston from running the football, and so Kingston's saying, hey, we're going to have to throw a little bit. And that's not Kane Collins' strength. He is a run-first quarterback, a leader, strong leader, who is looking to run the football.
True that. H-back to the right. Carson Donathan gets the handoff. Donathan crosses the 30, gets all the way up to almost the 35. That's going to be enough for a Hammers 1st and 10, and that's going to run out the clock. We have played 1 quarter here, and the score is notched up at 0 with Loudon and Kingston for a region championship. It's exactly how we said it would be, and we'll have the 2nd quarter coming your way in a moment. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
With one small step, you have the potential to make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roan State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roan State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roan State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanstate.edu.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, James Gibson. The second quarter begins with Kingston having a Hammers 1st and 10.
And an empty formation. Watch for a quarterback draw.
Gettner in motion, and that's what's going to happen. Fakes the jet sweep. Collins gets it on the right side and breaks free up the sideline. Gets into Loudon territory and ripped down. And it was a great tackle there by Loudon's Caden Dawkins as Collins went to hurdle him, and Dawkins reached up and grabbed his foot and jerked him down.
I tell you now, watch this Chuck Fleishman replay. It's run all the way. He says, I'm going to have a hat on a hat, outrun everybody else. Whoop.
And right
picks
here
up a lot of yardage. Want to see him? Want to see? He did catch him by the foot. You want to see him hold that ball on the outside arm though, just in case of a fumble situation there.
Collins tight set now. Handoff Donathan trying to get left and nothing. He's going to be dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3 on that Hammers 1st and 10.
Great defensive play that time by Logan Haggis for Loudon Redskins. That's what you want to see out of a defensive lineman. Created a lot of separation and really sprinted to the football. Dominating performance that time by the Loudon Redskins.
So 2nd and 13, but Kingston has entered Loudon territory for the first time tonight.
Handshake, Collins, and Chavez, your linebackers. Turner, Dawkins, and Harry, the defensive back. Quinn Dry.
So now Collins has 2 backs in the backfield. However, he'll drop back to pass. And that ball was tipped up in the air, and it looked like getting the tip was Josh Gonzalez. But that was Collins trying to get Gettner on a quick out there.
And Gonzalez catches that. He's got some speed now. He'll turn that into 6 real quick. Good job by the Loudon Redskin there. Identifying pass, got up at the right time to knock the ball down.
Are you trying to say that he's Speedy Gonzalez?
You are.
You said he's got some speed.
Great football player. Watch him coming off the edge here.
And we've got a timeout. Kingston's going to take a timeout. So we'll do the same thing. This timeout is brought to you by Patterson's Appliance. While you wait, go to pattersonsappliances.com and get a good deal on a good appliance.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, James Gibson, 10:36 left to go in the second quarter. Kingston with the football facing a 3rd and 13 at Loudon's 38-yard line.
Got some stats. So far, Kingston Yellowjackets has 33 total yards on offense, and Loudon has 72.
And that's after the first quarter, right?
After the first quarter.
So that doesn't include Collins' run, which helps even this thing up a little bit. Collins trying to set up a screen pass. It is complete to Donathan, and Donathan is hit very hard after a pickup of just 3.
Isaac Chavez coming up and laying the boom on the Yellow Jacket right there. But there's always something to correct, right? As a great coach would say, he's got to wrap up. You're going to come in and make a safe hit like that. You got to wrap up and drive your legs through it and finish that tackle.
So they're going to give him 4, which brings up a 4th and 9. This is a funny part of the field here where you might not punt here. You might go for it just because of field position, but then again, you might punt. Scoring update after 1, Coalfield Oneida tied at 0. Also scoring update after 1, Fulton leads Carter 17-0.
Fulton bouncing back.
Here's Collins on 4th down, under a lot of trouble. That ball is batted up in the air and intercepted. And you know what is interesting is that after that interception, that would have really been the same thing as an incomplete pass. Loudon is going to get the football exactly where they would have gotten it on a turnover on downs. However,
Dylan Handshake said otherwise.
Yeah.
Watch this. Cookie catches that ball, shakes off an offensive lineman, and gets clobbered by 10 other ones. He'll remember that experience for a long time. Got him an interception in Jim Hoot Gibson Memorial Bowl.
Gained 1 yard on that interception, but you know what? That, regardless, turnover on downs is not going to have as much momentum behind it as an interception. So I would say that's a good play, and Loudon has momentum right now, 65 yards away from pay dirt. And this pass is
great job by the defensive back that time of Kingston. Number 3, Cooper Webb, the senior Yellow Jacket, hung with the wide receiver, was in his back pocket the whole way, and was able to break up that pass.
Yeah, if you look at this Chuck Fleischman replay, I thought that it was complete, but it wasn't. It was knocked down exactly like you said, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So let me get your professional opinion on this. The rain, does it hurt a passing team more or a running team more?
It hurts a passing team more. At every place I've ever been, or any quarterback I've ever been around in, they hate playing in the rain. Running backs, it does have more challenges, but
Here's the snap. Looking to the left side again.
So here's Herrick's pass. It is complete this time, and probably getting enough for the first down is Semi Turner. We'll have to see where it's marked. They're going to give him right at the line. That should be enough for a Hammers 1st and 10, and it is.
Great job of going out of the backfield there and getting a lot of tough yards. A good first down there. A lot of crossing routes. Coach Hargs made a living off that, crossing routes and sneaking it back in between underneath his quarterback. Does a really good job identifying that and getting the ball to him.
So Hammers 1st and 10 here. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back in the backfield is Mr. Gonzalez.
Offensive coordinator changes the play call.
3-step drop, and then has a man. And that is complete to Dawkins, and Dawkins is going to pick up about 7 on that first down play, which bring up 2nd and short.
And Caden Dawkins is a little rocket. When he gets to the ball, his pad level's about 3 foot off the ground, as you see here on the Chuck Fleischman replay. Watch him run this under route. Does a good job keeping his eye on the ball, and watch him get low right here. That's what you want to see out of a wide receiver.
He had so much space right there to make that catch and then make a play after the catch as well. Herrick, quarterback draw, keeps it, gets across the 45, close to the 40. That's enough for another Hammers 1st and 10. And again, Loudon is moving the football.
And Mason Hatfield with another tackle for the Kingston Yellowjackets.
Loudon rushes up to the line. They've been doing this. This time they will take a snap, though, and Herrick on a quarterback keeper again crosses the 35 down to about the 34-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and
same play call. And they said, hey, we're going to run it until you stop it.
Let's see if they do it again.
Look for a play action. With 2nd and short, I'd expect to see some kind of play action pass here.
Nope. It's just a quick little bubble screen there, and that pass is complete. Look at that run by Semi Turner.
What a play.
You know, rightfully, that really shouldn't have gone anywhere. Kingston played it really well.
What was it you said earlier? Circle? Whoop.
That's it, yeah.
Great run after catch.
That's definitely enough for the Hammers 1st and 10 for Loudon. Here's Herrig. Looks to his left. Now he's going to keep it, run up the middle. And, you know, that's a really solid pickup on first down. Picks up probably about 4, maybe 5.
It is, and you have to understand that this quarterback is a big-bodied quarterback. He has got a large frame to him, and he's hard to tackle. He's bigger than the Kingston linebackers, so he's a load to bring down.
That he is. Again, Loudon, we mentioned this in the pregame, they don't run a lot, and if they do run, it is the quarterback there. As here's a pass wide open, and that is complete by Dawkins, and Dawkins is taken down by Mason Martin, but not before Loudon picks up the Hammers first and goal.
Too much separation by the Kingston defensive back. You can't let that much separation happen with a wide receiver with that much quickness and speed, because he will do that and just make you look stupid.
So now Herrig has 3 wideouts to the right, 3 to the left, 1 to the right.
Watch out for slants here for Kingston.
Herrig takes the snap. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Loudon.
Refuse to be stopped. That's what you want to see out of a quarterback. Refuse to be tackled at that goal line. Run through the defender for the touchdown.
That drive was 65 yards, and honestly, Loudon made it look pretty easy.
You see here on the Chuck Fleischman replay, you want to see that defensive back come upfield, meet that quarterback before the goal line, and he's held him there. Unfortunately for Kingston, he powered through that tackle.
So in to attempt the extra point is Espinoza. That's Herrig on the hold, and that one is up and straight through the upright. So with 6:38 left to go in the first quarter, it's Loudon over Kingston 7-0 on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
This holiday season, give the gift of health to all kinds of families in your community. Many of our neighbors can't afford medical care. In fact, over 14,000 of those living in Anderson, Roane, and Morgan County live in fear of becoming sick or injured because they don't have health insurance and can't afford to go to the doctor. But you can change that. On Tuesday, November the 30th, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday, give at fmcor.org to help provide unmet medical care needs in your community. Together, we hope to raise $10,000 in 24 hours. November the 30th, Give Tuesday, a day to remember those in need during the holidays. Give at fmcor.org.
And back the OEB Law Game of the Week for a kickoff, which is brought to you by Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com for more information. And this kick is going out of bounds.
Kingston just got a late penalty. Unnecessary roughness, personal foul against Kingston.
So, wait, I'm interested. Did it look like trying to retrieve that football was Grayson Woodley? Did he let it go out of bounds first, or did the official mark him out of bounds?
I lost it. I was watching the penalty.
Play was well over and little bumping. Personal foul. May have flopped a little bit as well. Personal foul.
You see here on a Chuck Fleischman replay.
This ball.
Whew.
Oh, it was already touched anyway.
Yeah, he should have let that go out of bounds. That's all right. Now,
okay.
Kingston's starting with their worst field position of the ball game so far. That's a hard ball to catch right there.
Woodley touched it, but did he step out of bounds there?
It didn't look like it at first, did it?
No, because if he didn't, then Kingston's going to lose a lot of yardage right here.
Oh, he said the ball was out.
So if the ball did go out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you tack on the personal foul penalty. The penalty is half the distance to the goal, and Kingston is starting at the Yellowjacket 10-yard line with the Hammers 1st and 10.
Running into a crowded front 8.
Collins sends a man in motion. That's Gettner. Gettner has it with running room up the left side, and Gettner is going to have the Hammers 1st and 10. So, Rylan Gettner had to miss 5 games this season because of a leg injury. But Kingston is really, really glad to have him back.
Yeah, Gettner's a guy that we seen last year, and we was praising his songs as a very talented freshman. And here he is as a sophomore, just performing highly for the Kingston Yellowjackets. You see there on the screen, just pushed that tackle off and went right out of bounds.
And no offense to the other backs on this Kingston team, Gettner is their best back.
Oh, he's a difference maker.
Just as a sophomore.
As the rain is really coming down hard now.
Collins sends a man in motion, and handoff goes up the left side, and not much there.
Number 34, Eric Espinoza, came in on the big tackle. Sorry, that's Isaac Chavez on the tackle for the Loudon Redskins.
Kane Ladd got the carry that time.
Chuck flashing replay. Nowhere to run for the Kingston Yellowjacket as the Loudon Redskins did their job.
Kingston's big runs tonight have come to the outside.
Yeah.
I think maybe they got to do that some more.
Well, look, you've got 8 exactly packed that box, so you're going to have to run outside or have a lot of really good blocking.
Gettner in motion, and on the option play, Gettner gets it, tries to go outside, and he's undercut at the 20-yard line.
And I'm sorry, but ain't nobody on that football field going to outrun Caden Dawkins for the Loudon Redskins. Sideline, sideline. He can absolutely run. You see there, he's having to put a shoe on. He run out of his shoe. I'd love to have a watch, get him after this ball game and see what his 40 is.
So you see on this replay,
option, triple option play, pitches the ball, does a great job of outrunning the inside linebacker, but you can't outrun number 5.
Yeah, and Gettner was a little bit slow to get up on that play, as now Collins is going to send 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Collins drops back to pass, lets it fly, trying to hit Gettner, and that pass is intercepted by Simi Turner. Not somebody, if you're Kingston, you want to see intercept that football, as now he takes off, turns the jets on, and gets into Kingston territory down to about the 26. Now, there is a flag around the 30-yard line, so it will depend, is this flag after or before the interception? Because if it's before the interception and it's on Loudon, that's a big one. That's not really in a place, though, where I would think that that flag would be on Loudon. Before the interception, I should say.
We've got a player down for the Redskins. You see here on the Chuck Flashman replay, threw it up for a prayer.
There is no flag. So the flag will take place after the interception. And I don't know if you can see it on your screen. The flag's going to drop around the 31-yard line. There it is. But that happened off screen, so I'm not sure what it's going to be. And then after the play, Simi Turner was tackled hard, slid into the fence, and he's slow to get up.
You know, seeing that Chuck Flashman replay there, what you said, the play before about Gettner being a little slow getting up, he looked as if he was very slow on that play, on that interception. Slowed up on the route, which helped the Loudon Redskin intercept the football, and was really gimpy trying to make the tackle.
So we see the penalty. It's a dead ball, or it's a... Wow. So Greenback blocks a point after attempt. Otherwise, that game would be tied. Greenback 14, Oakdale 13.
What about the Eagles?
So we've got...
Let's see if depth plays a big factor in that ball game.
We'll see. So on a Hammers 1st and 10, the penalty was on Loudon, and it was a personal foul penalty. So that backs Loudon all the way up to the 47-yard line for this Hammers 1st and 10. And boy, the rain's really coming down now. And then here is pass complete to Dawkins.
Jarvis
about
Gallagher. Now that's a good job by the junior cornerback coming up there and making a really good tackle. Almost didn't get him out of bounds, but great job of getting him out of bounds and holding on for the troops to come help you.
And again, that's a lot of padding there that Kingston has given those wide receivers.
Yeah, they're definitely, their game plan is to keep those wide receivers in front of them. And so far tonight, they've done a good job of that.
And then Herrick's going to keep this one, passes the 40, gets down to about the 35. That's enough for Hammers 1st and 10.
And I believe Herrick, the last possession Loudon had was 4 of 5 or 5 of 6. So he's doing a really good job of keeping a hold of the football.
So Loudon goes quickly back up to the lines. You see the Chuck Fleischman replay here. Had to get about the 37, got about the 35. Herrick rolls to his right, now just dumps it off, and that pass is complete. And picking up about 4 yards on the play for Loudon is Aiden Wilkerson.
And that play that Loudon just run is so hard to defend if you're a Kingston Yellowjackets, because they're using their wide receivers to block before they're even running the routes. So it's difficult if you're a Kingston defensive back.
Second down and about 5. Boy, that rain is coming down.
You
can see it hard. Definitely on your screen now.
And ain't nobody left the stands.
Nope. So here's Herrick. Pass is complete in the backfield, and Simi Turner is going to lose yards all the way back to about the 38-yard line. Kingston all over that one, and that is going to be a loss of about 6.
And
we'll bring up 3rd and 11
on the play.
Okay, let's see. So we got an illegal procedure on Loudon. That is going to be declined, and that'll bring up 3rd and. Depends on where they spot it, but I think this should be about a 3rd and 11.
Now, if you're Kingston, you have got to keep that quarterback in that pocket. If he steps up, you have got to have a nose tackle or an inside linebacker stepping up and keep him in that pocket, because Loudon has really done a good job on 3rd down of converting these.
It's more than 3rd and 11. It's 3rd and 13. Here's Herrick, 3 wide outs to his right. Now he's going to stop and get the play.
Gonzalez flanking Herrick in the backfield, 3-man front.
And it looked like Herrick moved. And now Herrick's going to pitch it upfield, and that pass is complete to Collins. And you've got a flag that comes in out of bounds, and this could be a late hit on Kingston. And if it is, then this is going to be really unfortunate for Kingston, because that should have been a false start, and it is. It's a dead ball. It's a personal foul on Kingston.
Watch this Chuck Fleischman replay here. Excellent job by the quarterback of the Loudon Redskins. He rolls out, sees nothing, get off me. Sees nothing there, trying to make something happen. Boom, wide receiver catches the ball, picks up some tough yardage. Good job by the Loudon offense.
And then you get that late hit. That play should have never happened. Yep. Loudon jumped. That should have been an offsides 5-yard penalty, and then you wouldn't have had any of that. That is very unfortunate for Kingston, as now Loudon has the automatic 1st down instead of a 3rd and 16. Here's Herrick, quarterback keeper, up the middle, makes a couple guys miss. He's going for it. Gets inside, or gets to about the 5-yard line. They'll give him the 6, and that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Kingston's defensive coordinator coming out of half here sooner than that. He's going to have to make an adjustment on this quarterback situation. They are killing Kingston with just a quarterback step up in the pocket. Whoever they're getting to do the spy on the quarterback is getting an offensive lineman in his face. They're going to have to bring in some defensive linemen.
So Kingston's going to call a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, proudly serving your community since 1965, because we care.
Hurry back.
We do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week. It'll be 2nd and goal as Kingston called a timeout. And probably not a bad idea. 2:25 left to go in the first half. We do have a scoring update. I don't know where at in the game it is, but Oneida leads Coalfield by a score of 7-0.
Big game there. Single A football at its finest versus one of the smaller teams in Double A.
So here is Loudon.
You got your most
empty backfield,
dangerous wide receiver at the top of the screen, one-on-one man coverage with the Kingston defensive back trying to take the inside away.
And Gonzalez lines up as a tight end. And here is that
wow.
A catch? Simi Turner with a touchdown, Loudon. What a catch.
You can't ask for no better. Good route, just making something happen. Quarterback didn't have enough pressure. Gave enough time for that wide receiver to get open. That's hard defensive back coverage to cover a guy like that for that long. But what a job by the Loudon Redskins of keeping his feet in bounds on that play.
And here's Espinoza's extra point. It's up. It is good. And now the Loudon Redskins lead by 2 scores with just over 2 minutes left to go in the first half here of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. Did you get this? Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for the kickoff. Kickoffs tonight sponsored by Davis Funeral Home with 2 locations to serve you. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com. And Kingston's going to let this one go into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Yellowjackets will get the Hammers first and 10 at the 20-yard line. So a couple of really big stories in this game so far that we need to talk about. A couple of huge personal foul penalties against Kingston. 1 personal foul penalty against Loudon. So, you know, this is heated, but that last one for sure was a killer for the Yellowjackets.
Yeah, it's just unnecessary. You can't have it in big ball games, and unfortunately for Kingston, they've had a lot of penalties tonight, and you just can't have it. So Kingston's going to have to shake that off and really start running this football with success, get those offensive linemen up to the second level, and try to get some run yardage against that 8-man front of Loudon.
The Yellowjackets have 1 timeout, trying to run a 2-minute drill and a mostly running offense as Gatner gets the carry, and Gatner is immediately met and stopped in the backfield for a loss.
Hayden Brown for the Redskins flying off the edge to make the big tackle for loss. The Loudon defensive coordinator, who has done a really good job of scouting this Kingston offense, is lining his defense up in the perfect position with the front 7. It's really taken the pulling guards that Kingston likes to do out of the game, and it's causing some frustration with this Kingston offense.
And after the big 5-yard loss, you're thinking Kingston probably not in a 2-minute drill anymore. Probably want to try to at least get a first down so you can keep Loudon's offense off the field. As unloading is Collins. That pass is complete. Donathan crosses midfield and gets up to the 45-yard line. Forget I said anything. Hammers first and 10, Kingston in Loudon territory.
Kane Collins said, hold that thought, Chuck. Threw that thing down the field. Wide receiver did the rest. Made an excellent catch. Watch this. Woo!
Really nice throw. And
he
then
threw
Donathan
that
was behind everybody.
45 yards there. 35. That's pretty good for Kane Collins, running quarterback. In the rain. That's right. No grip.
So here's Collins now. Just over a minute left. Handoff. Nope. Keeps it up the middle. Fake the handoff to Gatner, and then Collins gets across the 40, but there is a flag on the play.
Now you see what they're trying to do there offensively. Oh, another illegal procedure for the Kingston Yellowjackets. They're just shooting themselves in the foot with that. You can't have it. Great play call, great scheme. Good job by the coaches applauding what they were wanting to do there. All for nothing.
So 1:04 left to go in the half. That's going to push the ball back into Kingston territory, and now the clock is running, so just 60 seconds left in this first half. Kingston down 2 scores, but the Yellowjackets do get the ball coming out of the first half. Coming out of halftime, I mean. Man in motion, that's Donathan. Takes the hand off to him, does Collins. Collins under a lot of pressure, tries to pitch it ahead to a lineman, and that's going to be called an incomplete pass. And now the officials are going to talk about it because that's not an eligible receiver, so is this going to be an intentional grounding with 39 seconds left?
Potentially. Just, a questionable play call there. There's another flag.
Yeah, there's the flag. This will be an intentional grounding.
Yeah.
That'll be a loss of down as well.
So we'll get to see this on the replay here.
Very long developing play. Oh, he had a running back. Well, he wasn't even outside the box, was he? Or outside the... No.
Woo. All right, that's going to put the ball at the 28-yard line of Kingston. They've got to get to the 36 of Loudon. So let me do some really quick math here. That's 22 plus 19. That's 40. It's 3rd and 41.
Oh, my gosh. With 39 seconds left.
So Gettner's going to get the jet sweep. Gettner gets to the outside and then runs out of bounds. Ooh, probably shouldn't have run out of bounds there. That'll stop the clock with just over 30 seconds left.
Yeah, and they're going to have to punt. So you're exactly right. You would have liked to seen him stay in bounds there. Let that clock run out because now you're having to punt in a pretty dangerous situation.
And Loudon may have used a timeout to stop it, but that would have left them with one less timeout on this potential possession that they're going to have before halftime.
If I'm Loudon, I'm sending everybody and hoping for a block.
They're not sending everybody, but they sent a lot. But that punt is a wobbly spiral, bobbled, but then picked up by, Dawkins. Dawkins gets up to the 44.
And Loudon is coming up fired up, going to take advantage of this last 24 seconds.
Yeah, Loudon is a throwing team. This is their strength right here.
So 1st and 10 Redskins at their own 44 yards.
They're not afraid to attempt a field goal, so really you just have to get in field goal range. 2 timeouts for Loudon now.
Kingston with a 3-man front.
And Brown will go trip.
Not surprising.
We'll be rushing the quarterback with 3 players. Loudon's blocking them with 6 players.
Keaton Herrick takes a snap. About a 3-step drop. Lets it go over the middle. That pass is complete. And then the ball is fumbled.
Kingston football.
Who gets it? Kingston. Huge turnover is a saving grace for the Yellowjackets with 15 seconds left to go in the first half. So, good play, good throw. And you see for Loudon, it's Hayden Brown, and Brown's just trying to pick up some extra yards, gets that ball poked free.
And Carcel Whitehead, the freshman, coming up, poking that ball loose, getting a forced fumble.
The first time that we had Kingston, Whitehead had a major game against Rockwood.
That is right, yep.
Had a
the
huge
speedster,
game.
That is right. He's going to be a sight to behold here at Kingston over the next couple of years.
Mr. Rylan Gettner, just 1 year his senior. They're going to have some fun 3 years together. Well, the next 2 years, rather. So now Kingston is going to be called for a delay of game. Really, this is not a big deal.
kind of expect a little more conservatism here out of Coach Pankey in this situation.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Kingston's going to take their final timeout. So this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. We service what we sell with in-house factory-trained appliance service technicians.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, just 15 seconds left to go in this first half of the 76 meeting between Loudon and Kingston. Rainy night here in Roane County. Hammers first and 15. Kane Collins sends a man in motion. That's Gedner. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, runs the option play, goes to Carson Donathan around the outside. Donathan races and gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 9 seconds left. So, I mean, if Kingston is going to try to be aggressive right here, then that delay of game penalty for 5 yards was actually a pretty big deal, as a pickup of 9 will bring up 2nd and 6. Brian Pankey's team out of timeouts now. Collins sends a man in motion. Now this handoff goes up the middle and nothing there. And this should run out the clock. And that's exactly what it is going to do. Loudon comes in on a rainy night and travels down the field twice for touchdowns, and they lead Kingston here 14-0 as we take this one into the half of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
You do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford Explorer XLT 4x4, $37,989. A 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Double Cab, $31,590. 2019 Ford Fiesta, $16,550, only 2,000 miles. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center.
Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford.
Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
With one small step, you have the potential to make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roane State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roane State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roane State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanestate.edu.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway. Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
I'm Dale Haddon, the nurse practitioner and clinical manager at the Oak Ridge Clinic. It's very important to get the COVID vaccine. This is a way we are going to make our whole community safe. This is a way we will make you and your family safe. The COVID vaccine is 95% effective when you have had both shots, and it means that you will not get the illness, you will not have the side effects that people see from having illness over a long period of time, and it makes your community safe.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
You do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new vehicle. 2021 Ford Escape, $27,505. 2021 Ford Edge, $37,880. 2021 Ford F-150 4x4 Super Cab, $49,982. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie Chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
Mulch and more.
On Broadway. Selections include The Phantom of the Opera, The Attack on Rue Plumet, I Have a Love, and Never Enough from Now On. Trumpet soloists are Jill Dunn and Nathan Stewart. Guard soloists are Adriana B.A. and Autumn McBrien. Drum majors Annabeth Lane and Haley Wittenbarger. Is your band ready? Thank you. You may take the field in exhibition.
Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch and More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch and More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch and More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch and More in Midtown.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Pre-planning, it may.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. As halftime is concluded, a heck of a show was put on by the marching bands here of Roane County. And so at the half, it is Loudon leading over Clinton 14-0, and we've got some stats for you. As you see there, first downs, Clinton 5 to Loudon's 10. Rushing yards, I'm sorry, I got Clinton on the mind.
Yeah.
Clinton beating Carnes in half.
I mean, that's impressive in itself.
It's amazing.
But 5 to 10 first downs, 80 to 77, very similar, which is not good for Kingston.
No, you're right.
47 passing yards for Kingston and 108 for Loudon, which isn't, Kingston's doing a really good job of slowing down that pass attack of Loudon, so that is not bad. But here's where it gets sloppy. That's 6 for 71 for the penalty yards for Kingston. You just can't, that's not winning football, and that's a big contributing factor why this score is 14-0.
That's exactly right. So we get ready for our Davis Funeral Home kickoff to begin the third quarter. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com for more information. Their time of support does not end after funeral services. This is a short kick, and it is taken by an up-back for Kingston. And getting a lot of running room across the 50, across the 45, down the 50 to the 35 of the Loudon Redskins is Cooper Webb. And Webb has Kingston in great starting field position.
Cooper Webb with the amazing run, short kick, made Loudon pay for it.
Started off defensively, football on your own 35.
So Hammers 1st and 10 for Kingston, just 35 yards away from possibly cutting this lead in half for Loudon. Collins in the backfield.
Twins left, tight end right.
He's got Bassler and Gettner to his right. Gettner gets the handoff and maybe loses a yard.
Not much room to run in there. Very limited space. And I wonder if Gettner is still feeling that
time of sport does not
injury. As you see on the Chuck Flashing replay, picked up the short kick. But made him pay.
And then it just keeps making people miss. Collins now in a pistol set. Handoff goes to Donathan. Donathan tries to find running room, and there's nothing there. Maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Loudon Redskins playing excellent defense. Kept pushing him, and they contained him inside. He had nowhere to go.
And that was a low exchange on that handoff. Donathan very fortunate to secure that, given to when he was first hit.
Collins will share the play with the Kingston Yellowjackets, and they'll come to the line of scrimmage, and they'll come quads left.
It's now 3rd and 11.
Empty formation, quads to the bottom of your screen.
Redskins.
Rare formation for Kingston.
Gettner in motion and fakes the jet sweep, and it's going to be Collins on the keeper. Collins with a lot of running room up to the 15, down at the 10-yard line, and Kingston in business. A Hammers 1st and 10.
Big pickup by the Kingston Yellowjackets there as Kane Collins, coming out of the empty formation, spread that defense of the Loudon Redskins. Made him pay with his feet. He's a dangerous guy with the ball in his hands.
Loudon had a guy in the backfield, but the guy chose to cover Gettner instead. So Gettner basically throws a screen on him.
Empty formation.
And it's that quads to the top again. Collins, design quarterback draw, gets up the middle, picks up about 4 yards. Will bring up 2nd and goal from the 6.
Tackled hard that time by Gonzalez. And Collins is feeling that one, as you see here on a Chuck Fleischman replay.
Yeah, his head snapped back. Never want to see that. This time, 3 wide receivers to the right.
Bringing in Kane Ladd to block.
Ladd, Gettner with the quick out. That pass is complete, but it's going to lose about 5 yards.
Crooked Fork Farms would like to let everybody know that they are offering brush control services. Maintaining farms or property is an exhausting job that consumes a lot of time. And maintaining access roads, eliminating encroaching brush, we do all those. If you need any type of brush control services, give Crooked Fork Farms a call at 865-206-7560. CrookedForkFarms.com. You click on brush control services.
They gave him forward progress, so they give him the 7, so it was only a loss of 1. 3 wideouts, actually quads to the left now of Collins. Collins sends Gettner in motion, and again, it's that same play that gained a lot of yardage, but this time Loudon more ready for it as Collins picks up maybe 2, and that'll bring up 4th and goal from the 4.
You got a really good kicker sitting on the sidelines for the Kingston Yellowjackets, and I think he's going to stay there. Brian Pankey looks like he's going to elect to go for it here. Going to be a loaded backfield, bringing in the Hogs here.
You wonder what they're going to call here.
I'd say you're going to get a dose of Kane Collins right here.
Pistol set with Basler lining up behind Collins. Man in motion is Donathan. Collins fakes the handoff to him, lets it go. That pass wide open, and it's dropped. Skylar Kibler. Wide open.
Man.
Perfect play call.
Pick your head up, young man. Pick your head up, Kibler.
Watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. There is nobody there.
Sometimes you can just be too open. Oh, man, that hurts. That young man will feel that one for a long, long time.
Well, you hate that if you're him because you know that everybody's looking at you.
Oh, yeah, every
you know
eyeball.
that you were just that close to possibly cutting that lead into.
Yep.
Instead, Loudon takes over on downs.
Danger territory here now.
Yeah.
If Kingston could get some pressure, you never know what can happen here.
All right, so unloading and just overthrows his wide receiver, does Herrig, trying to hit Braden Frey on that one.
Right play call. Drove that safety down to the bottom of the side of the field, which opened all the middle of the field. The quarterback just wasn't able to hit his quarterback or his wide receiver.
Now, you feel comfortable, too, if you're Coach Herrig in this situation as we see this replay one more time. Oh, man.
Oh, look at the crowd.
Yeah.
You see the crowd's reaction. Oh.
You got to feel comfortable if you're Coach Herrig throwing out of your own end zone here because Loudon's done a really good job giving Keaton Herrig time to throw.
As we see a penalty here. Looks like it was on the wide receiver for Loudon, which I have seen more this year. Talk about the University of Tennessee football.
Yeah.
How many wide receivers have you seen call for that this year?
A lot.
A lot. Now, part of that is because of the hurry up,
yeah,
but still way too much.
Yeah. That penalty's half the distance to goal, which just backs Loudon up 2 yards. So you've got a second and 12 here.
For any type of screen plays, something underneath.
And Herrig keeps it on the draw. Gets up to about the 7, so it'll bring up 3rd and 9.
And Herrig don't have a lot of foot speed, but he has really good field vision. When he feels that pocket start to just creep in on him, he bails. And he always attacks the center of the pocket. And he's made Kingston pay a lot tonight. He's got a lot of rushing yards.
3rd and long. Kingston needs a big stop right here. Two receivers to Herrig's right, single covered. And Herrig's going to roll to his right. Under a lot of pressure, just lets it, floats it up there. That pass is complete. And getting more yardage up the sideline is
all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Gonzalez.
It is.
For the Loudon Redskins. Looks a lot like the great tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, Tony Gonzalez, on that play. Great
and that
play.
Is a dagger to
Watch
Kingston.
the quarterback here. Does a great job recognizing nothing's there. Lays it up for his running back to come in, make that play, and look at the yards after catch.
Whew.
You can't ask for no more.
So Hammers 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the 39-yard line of Kingston.
In the backfield. Green with the
49 yards on that reception. And here's Herrig, and he's finally going to be sacked. Kingston's first sack. Now, Herrig didn't go down, though.
Oh, he's a strong kid. Strong kid. As Braden Wright, number 29, the senior linebacker for the Kingston Yellowjackets, flew in there, wrapped him up, but unfortunately lost the tackle, as Big Herrig is one big guy. Crooked Fort Farms would like to let everybody know that they have May and October beef appointments for 2022. Beef prices are soaring right now, and Crooked Fort Farms currently has that on sale for $5.50 a pound. If you're interested in half or whole beefs, give Crooked Fort Farms a phone call.
So here's Herrig, drops back to pass under pressure. Now just kind of lets it go. There's nobody home, and that pass will fall incomplete. Kingston doing a lot better job getting into that Loudon backfield.
Yeah, and Kingston has to change up their coverage. They're usually trying to go man coverage whenever they're sending the blitzes, and that's when Loudon really tries to take advantage of it. But Kingston has had no pass rush without having to send more bodies, which opens up the passing game for Loudon.
Yeah.
Dawkins, Collins, and Gonzalez.
So this time, Herrig lines up with a couple of wingbacks, if you will, and Herrig it just pitches it out. That is complete to Turner. Simi Turner picks up about 7 yards, 8 yards.
If anybody,
I think that was a forward lateral behind the line of scrimmage, which would make that a pass play.
This right here is called a play. This is a playmaker. Nothing there. He tosses that ball. Wow. That's confidence in your teammates right there by the Loudon Redskins. That's something.
That brings up 4th and 4. Loudon going to go for it. Herrig sends a man in motion. That's Turner. Herrig just lets this one go. That pass is complete, and then picking up more yardage all the way down to the 10-yard line. Diving for the end zone. Is he in? Touchdown, Loudon. It's Jackson Collins. And again, just so much cushion outside.
And just like that, it's 21-0 instead of 14-7 because of the drop catch in the end zone. You see there, cornerback did not break down. Loudon Redskin wide receiver made him pay with a long touchdown.
Kingston now finds itself down 3 scores, and that drop pass in the end zone, like you were pointing out, just becomes that much more important. On to attempt the extra point is Eric Espinoza. It's up and it's good, and your new score is Loudon over Kingston, 21-0 with 4:54 left to go in the 3rd quarter on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
Back here, OEB Law game of the week. Loudon with this Davis Funeral Home kickoff, and Gettner.
Bad mistake there.
You see him punched himself in the head with that football, went down to pick up the football, puts the knee down when he does it, and loses yardage because of that. And Kingston takes over with a Hammers 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
One of the secrets to success tonight for Kingston Yellowjackets was to win in the kicking game, and unfortunately for them, they have not.
A lot of running room in front of him. Yeah. A lot of blockers in front of him there. Very unfortunate mistake.
Along with Chavez and Hanshy, Turner and Rooker on the corners. Here your safety. Yellowjackets will go
tight formation.
Left. Here comes
and here's Ryland Gettner on a jet sweep, and Gettner gets up to about the 20-yard line. Pickup of 3 will bring up 2nd and 7.
Tackle made by number 11, Holden Hooker, and number 13, Hayden Brown for the Loudon Redskins.
Scoring update for you. Oakdale has kicked a field goal. They now lead Greenback 16-14.
Wow.
Yellowjackets to the line.
What a game.
Where's that game at?
That's at Oakdale.
Oh, wow. What a party on the mountain.
Back to the right side as well.
2nd and 7. Here's Kane Collins. Fakes the handoff.
He's got
Jonathan's got a man wide open. That pass is complete.
He's still
it's
running.
Mason Martin, and Martin is going to take this one to the house. Touchdown, Kingston. We are looking for flags. I'm not
Everybody's
seeing the
looking for flags.
You got to look for those flags. You don't want to celebrate too soon.
I mean, it's 21-7 for a reason. So, hey, Kingston Yellowjackets, what a way to respond. Beat his cornerback, and outran everybody else. What a throw by the Kane Collins.
That was, I think, a 70-yard touchdown reception, and now the Kingston fans have something to be excited about.
If I'd have told you Kane Collins would have a 70-yard touchdown pass against the Loudon Redskins, would you have took that?
Yeah.
Would you have took it?
No, I would have taken that bet. No. I would have taken it if I was a Kingston fan, though, because that's awesome. So the extra point is good. Hits somebody in the back of the head just trying to get some popcorn at the concession stand. We have a new score here with 3:51 left to go in the third quarter. It's Loudon 21, Kingston 7 on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
We do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for another Davis Funeral Home kickoff. It'll be the third one of the third quarter for Kingston. Davis Funeral Home has 2 locations to serve you, in Harriman and in Wartburg. Their time or their support in your time of need does not end after the service. So here is Turner. Takes this kickoff on a run, and then Turner is gimpy as he goes out of bounds. He's kind of slowly jogging back onto the field. I guess he's okay, but you don't want to see someone like Turner hurt. And he's already been slow to get up this game.
Yeah, he's a talented young man for the Loudon Redskins. Hasn't had his name called a lot tonight because of some really good defensive back play by the Kingston Yellowjackets, but still was unable to keep him out of the end zone back there with the dandy footwork for the touchdown.
Kelso will come trips right. Gonzalez flanking Harry. In the backfield. Alahar in single coverage.
So here is Loudon coming out with the Hammers 1st and 10, 3 wide to the right, and on the keeper is Herrig. Just a little quarterback draw there. Maybe gets a yard or two, which will bring up 2nd and long. We already have a final score tonight, and it's only 9-16. And here's why. West defeats Central 49-14. That score was 49-0 at the half, which means there was a running clock for the entire second half.
That's a beatdown. And an old school classic rivalry right there, Central versus West. Those two hated each other.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the old money over there in Central seeing that score, I guarantee they're going to rally the troops and get that thing turned around.
Well, both of those teams were undefeated in the region coming into that. That was for a region championship. As Herrig lets this one fly, it's kicked off, and it's by the young man who scored the touchdown, Mason Martin, and Martin is taken down at the 41-yard line. Folks, wow.
Don't go nowhere. We've got a ball game. It should be 14-14 right now. You see her on the Chuck Fleischer replay. Quarterback drops back, timing route, throws it up, triple coverage. Kingston picks it off easily.
Hey, you got to give a lot of credit to this open field tackle here. For Kingston, that was Eli Kelso.
Guys, everybody would like, or Crooked Fork Farms would like to let everybody know they are offering brush control services. If you have a piece of property that has become overgrown and it's too much work for you, give Crooked Fork Farms a call. 865-206-7560 at crookedforkfarms.com. They can help you.
Hammers 1st and 10 pistol set. It is a handoff. It goes to Donathan. Donathan scurries forward for probably 2 yards to bring up 2nd 8. But there's a whole new energy. We are calling this from the Kingston side, of course. We're in the press box. And below us, there's an energy that you can feel that hasn't been there for most of the night.
They're coming alive. They're coming alive. You see his teammates there. They're on Kipler there. That's awesome. You love to see the troops rallying behind one of the players that made a mistake in the end zone, but they're coming back.
So here is Collins again in that pistol set. This time he's going to drop, let it go. Gettner completes it, makes the first guy miss, but not the second. So the ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Should bring up 3rd and 4 after a pickup of 4.
Almost even on the yards. Loudon with 283 total yards and Kingston with 241 total yards.
That pistol set again with an H-back lined up to the right. Hard count by Collins. Almost made Loudon miss, but not. Here's a handoff to Donathan. Donathan makes a spin to get up over the sticks and get the Hammers 1st and 10.
That's just guts. That's a man running that football right there.
Looked like he was going to be stopped.
He was going to be stopped and refused to be stopped. Kept his feet moving, kept his pad level low, earned that 1st yard for that young man.
Fresh set of downs for Kingston in Loudon territory now. Keeping that pistol set as Bassler's in the backfield now. Fakes the handoff to Donathan. Instead, here's Gettner on a little end around. And Gettner gets up ahead to the 41-yard line. And that's a quick pickup of 6 or 7.
Just a counter play out of shotgun. That's an old school wing T play. Catch those linebackers of Loudon peeking in the backfield, try to pick up a big yard.
I'll give him 6 to bring up 2nd and 4. Kingston's run a lot of wing T, just not tonight, as here's Donathan tries to find some room and picks up a yard.
Defensive end did a good job that time of keeping contained for the Loudon Redskins. Pushed that offensive line, that offensive tackle inside, which made that running back bounce it back inside for hardly any gain.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, watching that Chuck Fleischman replay, you almost think Donathan should have bounced it to the outside.
That's the play call was supposed to be because they pulled the guards, but the defensive end did a great job of collapsing the guards.
Ooh. So here is Gettner, and Gettner's getting got.
Yep.
And he's slow to get up.
Yeah.
Fourth down for the Yellowjackets as they try to fake it one direction, run a little option, and pitched it to Gettner. And Harry got there shortly after.
And there was a...
I wonder if that also is from the earlier injury that we seen him have. That's a low pitch, dangerous pitch.
Look at the pass.
It's hard to tell from that replay.
They marked him at the 41.
Gettner gets up, but then he kind of comes back down when the trainers come out.
Loudon High School, I believe they've brought home 3 or 4 state championships. I know 3 for sure in the 70s and late 60s. Kingston bringing home a state championship in the 70s, making several appearances. 2 traditional powerhouses in East Tennessee high school football. Meeting here tonight for the Jim Hoot Gibson Memorial Game, and it has been an exciting one.
And it is a final as Fulton beats Carter. So Fulton gets that number 2 seed in that region.
Fulton really bounced back for a heck of a season this year.
And after 3, Coalfield leads over Oneida 14-7.
Wow.
So I think there's 6 seconds left in this quarter, and the clock should start. And so that should end the 3rd quarter. So the players run back out there, but I don't think they need to, as the clock should start on the official's whistle. I don't understand what's going on. So they brought the teams back onto the field for nothing. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. Kingston has it, and it will be a 4th and about 4 to start the 4th quarter when we get back. The Redskins lead 21-7 on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center.
Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford.
Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. Trying to get you some scoring updates here. That Fulton score, by the way, was 24-8, so
wow.
Not even close. Halls ends up beating Heritage 58-0.
Not surprising. A struggling, very stagnant Heritage program. They're in Blount County, competing against the likes of Alcoa, Maryville, and William Blount. That's a hard competition. And Heritage normally is one of the better middle school football programs in Blount County. A lot of people don't know that.
Big 4th down play to start the 4th quarter for Kingston. They line up again in kind of that wing tee set. And now
Coach Pankey is furious.
Coach Brian Pankey is going to take a timeout. So they need to talk about this one. I can tell you this timeout is brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Hiring now for sales, delivery techs, and service techs. Find us on Indeed to apply.
The Free Medical Clinic provides everything a regular primary clinic provides. We provide all your primary care needs, even with telehealth virtual appointments. We provide testing, lab work, screenings, annual physicals, and vaccines. All of this for you at no charge. Call us or visit us. We look forward to meeting you.
Redskins radio.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. Out of the timeout. Now we should have a 4th down play.
Let's see what Coach Brian Pankey drew up over here in the dirt.
Yellowjackets to the line on 4th and 4. Single left, wings right. Pistol formation now. Jet motion.
And Hollins over the middle. That was there, and the pass is incomplete to Grayson Woodley.
Hey, you had two seniors, wide receivers in this ball game that had opportunities to keep Kingston in this ball game. Both of them missed those plays. That's what the difference is in the score right now. You see it hit him right in the hands. Good play call, great play call. Basically a little fake 12 wide hot right there across the middle of the field. Difference in the ball game.
So Loudon takes over on the turnover on downs at the Redskin 41-yard line and has a Hammers 1st and 10.
Loudon will run the football a lot more, but I promise you they're not going to let up on that gas. Not in this ball game.
So Herrig actually hands the football off. I believe that's his first handoff of the game. And it goes to Gavin Devine,
who is a very talented young man for the Loudon Redskins. You see here on the Chuck Fleischer replay, kind of reminds me of an old Loudon County running back by the name of Jeremy Hawkins, who is a 3-star prospect at Loudon and went on to play for the University of Tennessee. Had a pretty productive career there, bounced around at a few different positions, played linebacker and running back.
So Devine in the pistol set. Devine will get the handoff again. He's got some running room up the middle, gets to midfield, and got to be really close to that first down marker. Gonna be just shy. We'll bring up 3rd and half a yard.
Watch the ball.
And then quickly, here is Devine, sidesteps, gets the first down, and then gets to about the 46-yard line. So that'll bring up a Hammers 1st and 10.
Big first down for the Redskins.
Devine will check out. Hayden Brown will check back in as we'll go back to a passing formation.
Now, you got to be careful here if you're a Kingston defensive back, because they just run the ball 3 straight times there, and they could do a play action and throw it deep on you, catching you asleep. Loudon would love nothing more to keep that score moving forward.
Yeah, Kingston needs a big stop right here. Herrig back to pass over the middle. That pass is almost intercepted. Wow, Parker Jones almost had it.
It's been a night of almosts for Kingston so far tonight.
It has. It certainly has.
See here in the Chuck Fleischer replay. Very contested throw, dangerous throw. Kingston defensive back just could not come away with the ball.
2nd 10. Herrig is going to get the play from the sideline.
They have run little out patterns with the running back in this situation before.
This time Herrig going to keep it on a draw and tackled at about the 40. It didn't look like he moved much at all, and somehow he gains 8 yards.
3rd and 3. Check that. It's going to be 3rd down. Down ahead of him.
7 yards. You see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, look, it's just minimal movement. Oh, that's from the play before that was, oh my God, I cannot believe how close that was being an interception. That would have been huge for Kingston.
It really would have been.
3rd and 3. And now here's that little out pass. This goes to Dawkins, and Dawkins has the first down and more. Keeping those chains moving is all Loudon really needs to do. And the Redskins have a Hammers 1st and 10.
On the Chuck Fleischer replay, the offensive line for Loudon has created a perfect pocket almost 90% of the time for the quarterback. You can't coach better than that, and that's dominating performance by the Loudon Redskins, and they have really won the war in the trenches tonight so far for the Redskins.
And look at the pile moving forward. That Hammers 1st and 10 might become another Hammers 1st and 10. Let's see where they spot it. And that's Devine with the carry.
And in my opinion, Devine needs more carries.
Well, he's got one right here on 2nd down, and he does have the Hammers 1st and 10.
And this has been a familiar story for the Redskins. They get, they throw the ball around a lot early, and then they just try to run home, run that clock out with the dandy running game that they have. But Kingston coming out, crowded line of scrimmage, trying to change it up a little bit.
Devine with the handoff. This time it's stopped in the backfield. Kingston able to plug that hole up.
Kingston has got to keep the Loudon Redskins out of the end zone here to keep this a ball game. Loudon getting the audible on the sidelines from the head football coach.
Here's Herrig looking for the end zone. Jump ball is caught by Simi Turner. Touchdown to Loudon.
Easy play call came in from the sidelines. They prodded out there. Seen they had a one-on-one matchup.
Gracious. Watch this Chuck Fleischman replay, because this looked like you can't play defense any better than this. That's just a perfect throw. Just over the fingertips of Rylan Gettner.
What a play. On both players. Kingston did a great job covering that, but just an outstanding catch and throw by the Loudon Redskins.
So here is the extra point. It is up, and it is good by Eric Espinoza. And now Loudon leads 28-7, and the Redskins are just a little bit closer to claiming that regular season crown on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week as we get ready for our Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Homes, 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman, 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com for more information. As getting set to kick is Jorge Aguilar. And that is caught at the 10 by Gettner, and Gettner finds some running room up the sideline to the 40 and finally run out of bounds. So Kingston running out of time, just 7:45 left to go in the fourth quarter, but the Yellowjackets will have good starting field position for this drive.
See on the Chuck Fleischman replay, does a good job catching the ball, kind of patient with the ball, which I don't really like, but paid off for him big as he picked up a big return there for the Kingston Yellowjackets.
So on this Hammers 1st and 10. Collins fumbles it, picks it back up, and now is looking for somebody to throw it to. Doesn't have anybody, and somehow picks up 4 yards.
He is slippery, ain't he?
Wow.
You know, in this ball game, it should be a lot closer than what it is right now. Still a close ball game. Anything can happen. But this is a lot closer. Kingston has had plenty of opportunities to keep this game a lot closer than it is right now. They have dropped balls. The rain has played an effect in this ball game for the Kingston Yellowjackets. It's clear and obvious.
That it is. So Collins picks up 4.5. We'll give him a second and a long 5. Now here's a handoff. This goes to Donathan. Donathan trying to find some running room. He ain't going to find it. Tackled at the 45. That'll be a loss of 2 and bring up 3rd and long.
Donathan, who is a very strong running back for the Kingston Yellowjackets, isn't ideally who you want running off tackle for the Yellowjackets, as he is not the guy that has that blazing speed. He's a guy who's got great field vision and tough guy to bring down, ideally running in between the tackles with. But Kingston's getting a little beat and banged up, having to rally all troops.
3rd and 6. Collins draws back to pass, and again throws it over the middle. I believe that's the play that they ran on 4th down last time. And again, it falls incomplete, as it looked like Woodley maybe wasn't looking for it. So that brings up 4th and 6. Kingston in a position here where, yeah, go for it because you want to keep your hopes alive. If you don't get it, then you risk the score being a little bit uglier than it was. But you have to go for it.
Clock.
Looked like I might have had a clock error there.
Should be 6:33.
Yeah, they're going to fix that. Get it back on the clock there. Brad Jones was quick to notice that. He noticed it before anybody else.
Yeah, Brad Jones told him, hey, it needs to be 6:33. Instead, they put up 6:20.
Let's see what they've come up with for Kingston to run here. You can't go wrong with rolling Kane Collins out. Let him work some magic with his feet. Let's see what they elect to do.
So Collins has 2 wideouts to his left, takes a snap, looks, the lefty, over the middle, beautiful pass, but it is almost picked off, falls incomplete, and flags fly right around where that catch is. This is either going to be a pass interference or a hold.
Well, I guess he was. They put it flag. That would keep the drive alive for the Yellowjackets. Clock stopped at 6:12 in the 4th down attempt.
So here we go. Pass interference on Loudon. So Kingston keeps the drive alive. We have the benefit of replay. Watch it real time. It was hard to tell. Let's see. Collins over the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Gettner got pushed in the back.
But regardless, it was a broken play by Kingston because they had 2 wide receivers in the same spot.
Right.
So they're lucky they got a pass interference call or that would have been an interception.
So Hammers 1st and 10. Collins under a lot of pressure. Rolls to his left, keeping his eyes upfield. Now cuts it back to the right and lets it go upfield. That pass is almost intercepted.
He dropped it out of bounds. Wow.
Keaton Herrig. Wow.
The quarterback almost had him an interception here. Great job by Kane Collins.
Look at this play by Collins.
Keeping his eyes downfield, squares his shoulders up here. Good job by the Loudon Redskins at cutting that ball off.
That was, wow. That was close. I think that was Dawkins. I said Herrig, but I think that was Dawkins on that play. So
Kingston's been pretty stagnant on offense tonight, other than the long throw and some pretty dandy feet work by Collins. Pump fake. He's got a man.
And that pass is almost complete. And Dawkins again over there on the coverage.
I like the play call.
Yeah, I do too.
The effort, it was there. It hit him in the hands.
Yep. So 5:50 left to go in the game. 3rd and 10 for Kingston.
See here on the Chuck Fleischer replay. Bottom of your screen, wide receiver has a lot of room. Fake. The punt fake. I don't think the corner bit on it at all. 50-50 ball. Hit him in the stomach. Good job by the Loudon defensive backs.
Good offense. Great defense right there.
That's exactly right.
So now Kingston facing a 3rd and 10, obviously, in 4-down territory.
5 left in the ball game.
Now Collins going to have 3 wideouts to his left and a tight end to his right.
The rain now falling again.
Gettner, man in motion. Collins drops back to pass, running for his life again. Lets it go upfield, and that pass is almost intercepted.
Loudon with great defensive back play there. Nobody was open for the Kingston Yellowjackets, which now brings up a 4th down that you have to go for.
Yeah, Collins was under a lot of pressure there.
Great job by the Loudon Redskins. staying disciplined and staying on their assignment. That's winning football.
10 seconds comes off the clock for that play. So now 5:40 left to go in the game.
Rain starting to really come down again. Loudon sending the outside pressure again.
And here's Collins, steps up, sees that outside pressure, now under a lot of pressure, goes to his right, lets it go. That's a wobbly spiral. Man was there. Goes incomplete.
Keaton Herrick there at the last second knocked the ball away, and it almost landed into a Kingston Yellowjacket player's hands. Turnover on downs, the Loudon Redskins.
You've got to give so much credit to Loudon putting pressure on Collins here, because Collins could not.
Yeah. Collins gave him a chance. He threw it up to the goalpost and gave his wide receivers a chance. They were there. So good effort by the Kingston Yellowjackets. This should be a 21-14 ball game right now, with two big drops by the seniors of Kingston.
Under DeLand will check in deep flank. In the backfield.
Loudon comes to the line of scrimmage, hands the ball off, picks up an easy 3.
That was Hunter DeLand on the carry.
Guys, Crooked Fork Farms would like to remind everybody that they have open beef appointments for halves and wholes at crookedforkfarms.com. If you're interested in obtaining a half or whole beef for $5.50 a pound, please give them a call.
How big a freezer you got to have get a whole beef?
About 8 cubic feet.
I knew you'd know the answer to that.
Yep. It's about 200, 300 pounds of beef.
That's a lot of beef.
That's a lot of high-grade beef. And beef at the grocery store right now is going out of socket. And it's just getting worse. They're predicting that food prices over the next year is going to really skyrocket. So if you're out there and you're worried about the food shortages, give us a call at crookedforkfarms.com, 865-206-7560 to get your 200 to 300 pounds of half beef or 400 to 600 pounds of whole beef at $5.50 a pound. That's T-bone steak, sirloin steaks at $5.50 a pound.
Loudon in no hurry whatsoever, facing a 3rd and about 5. Pistol set. DeLand in the backfield. And DeLand does get the handoff, picks up about 1, maybe 2 will bring up 4th down, and so Loudon.
Kingston's got a guy that's down on the ground. Going to have to take an injury timeout.
That's Connor Ward, another senior on this team.
You don't want to see that here late in the ball game. Looks like a shoulder injury.
So, just a little over 3.5 left to play in this game. It's looking like, unless there's some sort of crazy miracle, that Loudon is going to win this football game and the region championship. But Kingston is going to host a playoff game next week, which is huge for this Kingston program and Brian Pankey.
It really is. There's a good energy around here. I mentioned in the pregame that it feels like 81 here. 1981 was when they went to the state championship, played a private school with about 20 Division I football players on that roster, and came away in 2nd place. And what a great game that we've had here, the Jim Hoot Gibson Memorial Game. You've seen there on the screen. Coached at both programs, won 2 state championships at Loudon, took Kingston to 1 state championship, had 40 years of dominating football in the East Tennessee area. Kingston staying at cover 3.
And Loudon going to go for it on 4th down here. That's kind of strange for me, but Herrig takes off and gets the 1st down.
Aaron, you can tell he's a coach's kid, and he's watched a lot of film, because what did you notice about that play? He knew exactly where the sticks were.
That's right.
That is a heads-up play that not a lot of high school quarterbacks are really aware enough at this age to do stuff like that. So heads-up play by the stout quarterback of the Loudon Redskins, Keaton Herrick, coach's son.
So Loudon stays on the field. They say, we're not going to punt, and we're not going to give you a chance to come back. And now we've got a flag on the play. This will be a false start on Loudon. That'd be a 5-yard penalty.
I tell you what, now this Loudon Redskin offensive line is a difference maker for them this year. It's been a long time since I've seen such a large-sized Loudon football team up front. So it's really good to see. It's had a lot of success with it.
And here's the land on the handoff.
Got another Kingston Yellowjacket down on the play.
Yeah, and this time for Kingston, looks like Kane Ladd, a sophomore. And look at that. Loudon player helping him stretch out.
That right there, we need a picture of that. That might make it somewhere on social media.
That was Brody Brown for Loudon coming in, and
that'd make a good meme right there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Big rival game like that, players taking care of each other on the field. It's good to see in today's world.
Yeah, you know, you've seen some personal foul penalties, maybe some late hits.
But nothing dirty.
No.
I mean, it's just been high-energy, tight competition game, which is awesome to see, because this is a heated rivalry, guys. These two schools are really close in distance, and two traditional powerhouses. Kingston traditionally owned this area, and Loudon owned Loudon's area, and it's whoever's won this game has kind of dominated the region.
So it is a final. Coalfield defeats Oneida 14-7.
Wow. So does that mean Rockwood now wins the region?
I'll be able to tell you that in just a second, because I don't know the final. Rockwood playing York. I know they were tied earlier in the game.
Rockwood's up 28-20.
Rockwood currently up 28-20 in that game we're hearing.
What a turnaround for Rockwood there. If they're able to pull this out with first place in the region. Excellent coaching by John Webb at Rockwood to schedule that Oakdale Eagles game and get the win.
Yeah, Loudon just...
good job by Kingston there.
Just trying to run the clock out. They've got Loudon in a... Kingston has Loudon in a 3rd and 13 situation now.
Chuck Fleischman replayed the Kingston Yellowjacket. Busted through the line of scrimmage to tackle Loudon Redskin behind the line of scrimmage.
I ain't never been there, and I may have been through there and didn't know it. 1:10 to roll on the clock. Redskins with a 3rd down.
So I have an update on that score.
I cannot believe the season's over.
I can't either.
That's insane. 2021 has really been fast, the football season.
Yeah, and we need to say thank you to a lot of sponsors that have been on board with us all season long. Of course, there's OEB Law. And we want to say thank you to Tim Elrod for being along with us. He's here to greet us, say hi to us, keep us in good spirits, and he likes being a part of this broadcast, and we like him being a part of this broadcast
and these
as well.
Sponsors, guys, they're the reason that you're able to see this football game. So please go check them out. Check out their websites. Give them a call. Let them know OEB sent you.
Yeah, Hammers with the first downs all season long. Patterson's Appliance with the timeouts. Chuck Fleischman with the replays. Davis Funeral Homes all season long with the kickoffs. And then, of course, Oak Ridge Utility District, Evans Mortuary, Griffin Insurance, SL Bowman and Sons, Free Medical Clinic, Ray Varner Ford, Mulch and More, American Outdoor Equipment, Harriman Utility Board, Roan State Community College, and Patterson's Appliances, and also, of course, Crooked Fork Farms getting in here the last little bit as well. very thankful for all of our sponsors all season long. We had 5 games there where Sexton Automotive hosted or sponsored our Sexton Automotive Drive, and this is it, man.
It's been a great season. We've had a lot of great football games on that 2021 version of OEB Law Game of the Week. Started off with a 4 or 5 hour game up in Powell, and we've had some outstanding games for you this year during the 2021 season, as Brad Jones did one heck of a job picking these games out.
He certainly did. And I like to give him a lot of credit to think that he knew that this one was going to be for a region championship, and that's why he picked this one. I mean, I'm sure that's exactly what it was. But
I figured it would be.
So we're trying to get you some final scores now, and we'll also get you some final stats from this one. Quickly though, on this one, not the final score that we had hoped for, but you had some really big plays or misses. You had Kingston had a drop touchdown pass, a dropped 4th down pass to keep a drive alive after a big turnover. You also had Loudon stopped and then got that personal foul penalty out of bounds early in the game that allowed Loudon to keep a drive going. They scored on. I mean, that's
drops.
I mean, it's huge.
I don't know the final penalty count for Kingston, but it was astronomical. And what was the keys to the game? Kingston could not have a lot of penalties. And that's the difference in the game. 2 big drops, too many penalties. A cleaner game played by the Loudon Redskins. I think everybody in here would agree that Loudon deserved to win this game. They made the plays at the most important times of the game, and Kingston did not.
Let's get into these stats, but before we do, I need to announce Oakdale defeats Greenback 16-14.
The first time since the Mayflower came over, I would imagine, that Oakdale beat Greenback. So that's an upset. I don't care if Greenback is 0-9. If they get beat by the Oakdale Eagles with a squad of about 12 to 14, that is a major upset for the Oakdale Eagles.
Wow. Okay, so here are your stats. Of course, final score is 28-7. 15 first downs for Loudon, 8 for Kingston, 142 rushing yards for Loudon, only 132 for Kingston. So in a game, Kingston comes in averaging over 250 yards on the ground. They only get 132 this game, and they're actually outrushed by Loudon.
Yeah.
So that's
who would have said that?
Not
and
me.
Here's something else. Who would have said Herrick would have had 94 yards on 15 attempts for a 6.3 average? And he has not run the ball a lot this year at all, okay? So that's impressive to rush the ball that many yards on a QB draws and just making stuff happen out of nothing for the Loudon Redskin quarterback.
So passing yards, 224 to 131. Total yards, 366 to 263. Turnovers, 2 apiece for both of these teams. Penalties, here's what you were looking for. 6 for 71 for Kingston. 7 for 49 for Loudon. And, of course, TOP, Loudon wins that 26 minutes and 32 seconds to 21 minutes and 28 seconds for Kingston. So those are your final stats for tonight. Yeah, and you have anything else you want to add there?
No, just an excellent ball game. I thought overall we had a good one, and just want to remind everybody that Crooked Fort Farms is now offering brush control services. So if you have land clearing projects, if you have woods that need cleared, if you have trails that need opened up, if you have any type of property that needs cleaned that's too much for you, give Crooked Fort Farms a call. They will take care of that and make it look beautiful for you.
Got an update for you. Oakdale has defeated Greenback for just the second time ever.
Second time.
So it happened back in 1982 by a final score of 21-13.
82. How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
That's a long...
Almost 40 years.
40 years, you might as well say.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a party up on top of the mountain tonight in Oakdale, boys. I'm telling you.
And
You'll see moonshine stills all over the place.
I just wonder... That's and there's your papaw. You know, I got to meet him. My family rented a house from that man and his wife, and just a super guy, good guy to be around, and of course we miss him.
He's holding a second place trophy for the state championship in 1981 while he was at Kingston. Again, he was a principal at Loudon High School in the 70s and defensive coordinator, won 2 state championships. Later came to Kingston for his second stint as the head football coach and vice principal. Took Kingston to state championship, had dominating success, and produced a lot of college athletes out of Kingston back in those days. Yeah, as you see there, Loudon is being presented the Jim Hoot Gibson Memorial Trophy, and they will keep that. I believe Kingston won that last time, so this is the first time in 5 years that the Loudon Redskins will hold the Jim Hoot Gibson Memorial Trophy.
That's just a special thing. It's been a special year all around, I think. And it's been good coming off the crazy COVID 2020 year to be able to see people in the stands and cheering again. That's been really nice as well.
I think it's our 60th ball game together as well.
Oh, mine and yours?
Pretty impressive.
That's a good milestone. I've enjoyed these broadcasts we've done together, and fingers crossed we'll have more in the future. Fingers crossed, we'll see. So,
guys, if you're a small business owner out there and you're looking for advertisement opportunities, you need to give Brad Jones at BBB12 a phone call and hook up with us. We're always looking for sponsors, and without you, we cannot bring this game to you. The sponsors, we thank you so much for bringing the game. For a lot of people who just can't get out in these ball games anymore due to COVID and bad weather and such. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to watch their loved ones play the game that they love. So thank you to all of our sponsors. And if you're out there and wanting to be a sponsor for next year, give Brad Jones a phone call.
Not only that even, but to bring the games in the high definition that they do, it looks solid.
Yes.
It looks so good. Just thousands and thousands of people get to watch these games because of all the different ways that they are streamed. So I'm proud to be a part of it. Also want to say thank you to crew, of course, Brad Jones, owner / head basketball coach at Coalfield High School. Also cameramen Jonathan McGuffin, Chris Bricky, Sean McAmis, and then Trevor Bogard, who has rotated between doing stats and running camera for us. Chandler Jones back in the studio.
Miss Chandler.
Yeah, Miss Chandler. He was in the booth with us last year. Had to go to the studio job this year, get that produced all up. I tell you, I can't believe it's over, but it's over. So,
great year. We've seen a lot of excellent football players this year, show a lot of talent and effort. A lot of clean football this year. I think we had a great year of high school football in East Tennessee. Seeing the #1 player here on BBB TV in the country. Not a lot of TV stations can say that. We've seen some top talent.
That's right. So, dread this part, but here it is. 5 more weeks of high school football with the TSSAA playoffs. So make sure you're checking in scores on that, and good luck to your team moving forward. But for us, that's going to wrap it up. Stay tuned. The free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show is coming up. And David Queener, Jonathan Cox, give a call into them, tell them where you were, and they hopefully will have some playoff scenarios figured out for you, because it is confusing. There's so many different scenarios, but that is coming up immediately after we get off the air tonight, so we'll go ahead and start that direction. So for Brad Jones, James Gibson, I'm Aaron Harvey. Good night, folks, and see you next year.
OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
pre-planning just, it makes the process just so much easier for the family. It relieves them of having to make some difficult decisions at a bad time. I've made arrangements with hundreds of families that I have never had a family come in and say, gee, I wish Mom hadn't have done this. Pre-planning, I think, is one of the best things you can do for your family, just to alleviate those concerns.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.